What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
Coach your bitch.
Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop until you
are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's talking.
You gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves. That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it, don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy can be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
With the gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JP show.
What up? We are in the building, live in studio. Smitty and I, we got a lot to get off our chest. It is Talk That Talk Tuesday. So talk, and I will talk back. We got a loaded lineup today. Steve Kim, all things boxing. I believe Tank and Shakur have agreed to a fight, Smitty, November 23rd.
Is that official?
I believe so.
Is it official?
I believe so.
All right.
Steve Kim will let us know. For sure.
Oh, keep going.
I'm in this hole.
Okay, one more.
Big blow.
There you go.
That's what you do. Anyway, let's get in this thing. We got a loaded lineup today. Steve Kim joins us, plus USC quarterback legend. I think he's one of the all-time leading passers in the history of school. NFL great quarterback Shaun Salsbury joins us. We're going to dive into that. He'll join us in the second hour, and maybe a special guest from one of my homeboys who's over in Paris right now, chilling.
Okay.
Might call in. He was on a camel earlier this morning.
A camel?
Yeah, Morocco and shit. He big time. He's just one of my
big
homeboys.
Money.
Just one of my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Just, he might call in to show us the back scenes of everything. He's over
right.
He's doing the Olympic tour. He's doing all kind of shit. He got that white money. So he's doing a lot of things, man. So shout out to him.
What's white money, real quick? I'm just curious.
It's money that you and I don't got.
Okay. Ain't you white though? Never mind. Keep going.
I am, but they didn't benefit me, man.
All right.
But we in the studio, Smitty. We in the studio today. We got some shit to get off our chest. It is Talk That Talk Tuesday. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Make sure you head on over to winnable.com/slap-picks and get our first down package today, because the Cappers will be on the show once the season starts. The link is right there. Check it out. Plus, you get access to our Discord, Slap Nation. Go download the Discord app today on all your apps, phones, cellular devices. That's what they say in the airplane, don't they?
Yep, cellular devices. You sound like a little intro.
Yeah. I don't know what you're doing, though. Yeah, it's like fat. It's like fat. Look like.
What are you even talking about right now?
You look fat right there.
I look fat?
Yeah.
For real?
You look like Keith.
I look swollen this motherfucker.
You look like
Look
Keith.
at my arm, JB, like no bullshit. Like I ain't even been lifting weights and my back been messed up. So this is all just like I just woke up like this.
Me
like,
too.
It's
You
natural.
look like Keith, though.
You think so?
I don't know.
Keith must look good. Look at that arm.
Keith in the chat.
Look at that arm, JB.
Fat
Like
Keith titties.
if humans had to eat each other, right? Because we lost all food and everything. That's the
Cannibalism?
If we had to, just check me out. Look at my arm. That's the type of arm. This arm would be so high end on the market. This is a Mastro Steakhouse arm. This is a top tier. Like look at the definition.
But like your bicep and your hands almost touch.
It's like
you got
so
like midget arms. I don't get it.
Let's see your arm real quick before we move forward.
You mother got Kyler Murray arms.
Can we see your arm before we move forward?
48, homie. I don't need to show my.
I'm just curious what it look like.
Hey, Trip though. This is all from throwing, homie.
I'm gonna try that.
I don't got to do nothing. It's all from throwing.
I'm not doing nothing either. I'm just
from throwing. All my life throwing.
I'm just laying down like this.
Throwing the rock.
I ain't doing nothing right now. Look.
I mean, throwing the rock.
Just look that way. Look.
Throwing the rock.
Baby girl, Lucy, look at that. He just
Why
do that.
you say their names?
D. Jones, look. He just do that. Look.
Why you say their names?
Had to throw in a brother in there to balance it out.
Let me see. He mentioned Lucy, Mexican.
Uh-huh.
Baby girl, Puerto Rican.
Uh-huh.
D. Jones, black.
Mm-hmm.
Why you didn't mention like Jean or?
Because you know why.
Why you didn't mention like?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what real truth is. We don't know. But why did you mention a white dude in there?
Because I ride with my Mexicans, I ride with my Puerto Ricans.
Y'all both could benefit from some pull-ups.
What you trying to say?
I don't do pull-ups.
Now she talking shit a little bit. I feel like she's talking crazy a little bit, baby girl.
Yeah, she like me more than you.
That's all right.
Let's dive into the show,
Bad
man.
decision.
We got a lot going on today, and I'm gonna start this thing with a banger. Matt Judon exits practice early after Gerard Mayo has a talk with him. I assume now. And now remember, assumptions make asses of us all.
It does.
So I don't want to assume, but remember, I think I have some insight on this. I have been in these situations, and I can pretty much promise you what is happening right here in this video. Take it away, Bailey. So Smitty, he talking to him. He's sitting on a trash can in a hoodie and a t-shirt and a hat backwards.
Right.
And he's actually... I'm gonna break this whole thing down, Smitty, and you as an ex-player, I think you're gonna agree. But we're gonna break this down right here. Now that's one of their best players, right?
Yes, dog,
all right,
beast.
But look at this. Then I heard afterwards they got into it with general management, upper management in the office. There's a story that came out. But let's dive into that video. Here's what I'm gonna say, Smitty, and this is how I believe this happened. Coach told him to probably either. Pay attention. A, okay, be dressed a particular way on the grass. B, be with or in his position group paying attention. C, being a leader and leading by example since he isn't practicing. Or D, because he fucking said so. Why is everything a fucking debate and a discussion nowadays? This is what happens when you allow player empowerment that has gotten so out of control. Players now think it is their way or the highway, and you can't tell them shit. I'm glad to see a coach demanding greatness, not allowing it and coaching it every step of the way. Coach it or allow it, Big Smitty. That's all I say. Let's dive into this show. Big Smitty and I are live. We are 26 days away from college football. Let's fucking go.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner. NFL's new kickoff rule makes pussies look strong. We're going to dive into that. Does that even make sense?
Say it again.
Does it make pussies look strong? I don't know. That's how soft it is. New kickoff rules are going to be, by the way, all onside kicks are illegal before the fourth quarter. And then you got to pick up the phone and call your opponent and let him know we're about to onside. Make that shit make sense. Holy shit. I can't wait to dive into that shit. Pause, no Diddy, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call it. We're going to dive into that shit. God damn. John Elway says that he passed on Josh Allen in the 18 draft, and that was probably a huge mistake now that he looks back into the rearview mirror. When he was the general manager of Denver Broncos. Browns running back Nick Chubb, even though he came right back out the gate, rehabbing, they showed him squatting, doing all these things literally right after the injury and the surgery. But now he's not expected to be ready for the start of the season, which I would figure that out. I can't wait to get Dr. Jesse Morse back on the show for the season. But before we begin, our main man's here in town, Big Smitty. He just flew in straight from the 317 Far East Side. And we are in the building. We are right here in the studio, as always, on a Tuesday.
We turn it up.
Maybe we're not in here on Tuesday. Maybe we're not in here. Guess what? We can be in here. We can't be in here. That's why we got it, though. We got it like that. I don't know if you knew that. It's white people shit.
You got it like that?
I got it like that. White people shit. Quote of the day. Let's get into it. Brought to you by betonline.ag. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace.
All right, now, JB, quote of the day, first day in studio. Could be our only day in studio. It depends on what we decide to do because it's our shit. But you have to start this show off live in studio with a certain quote that's so powerful that the nation will start to shake. Your quote will start an earthquake here in California, JB. So let's get it.
I'm so hot right now just from what me and you just witnessed on Twitter, man.
It's also hot in here, too, by the way.
It is, but it shit got me hot what we just watched. God, fucking travesty. Anyway, quote of the day. Brought to you by BetOnline. Smitty, don't start your day with the broken pieces of yesterday. Every day is a new beginning, a fresh start. Every day we wake up is the first day of the rest of your life.
I like the quote.
Too long?
A tad bit too long, but I'm okay with that. The energy behind it in which you spoke it did not sit well with me. So if you could say it one more time with that Coach JB-like energy, first game of the season-like energy, you just got done shaking the opponent coach's hand and you're jogging back in the locker room, you're pissed off. I need that, JB. Read it one more time for me, please.
It was because that video we just saw.
Well, don't let the video throw
Quote of the day brought to you by BetOnline.ag. Don't start your day with the broken piece of yesterday. Every day is a new beginning, a fresh start. Every day we wake up is the first day of the rest of your motherfucking life.
No, that's how you read.
Now,
That's how you read.
it smelled like straight motherfucking pussy in here. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there. Smitty, if you want it perfect, do it yourself. Contrary to belief.
You can't count on them, JB.
Contrary to belief.
Now we rocking and rolling. Now we going.
Shit.
I am elite, Caleb Brown.
Poll question.
You all right, motherfucker?
Poll question. Poll question. Will the Patriots, after the video you just saw with Matthew Judon and Gerard Mayo, will the Patriots be the surprise of the AFC East? That is the poll question. Don't even go there yet, Smitty. Give me some comments in the section below over here in the comment section. Will the Patriots be the surprise of the AFC East? Just before you say something, Smitty, and you're on pause. Smitty's on pause right now. I got the remote on him. By the way, everybody's picking the Patriots to be last place. That's why the poll question exists today, because everybody expects this team to fail. That is why the poll question is what it is. Will the Patriots be the surprise of the AFC East? Pause, play.
Hell no. They gonna be exactly where we expect them to be. Last fucking place. They suck, JB. And I hate to say that because like no player in the NFL actually suck. But in the context of the NFL,
they said that about the Texans and their new head coach. They said about the Texans and their new black head coach.
I don't see CJ Stroud in the locker room.
Remember that? They got a black head coach. Everybody was hating, and then this cat turned it around. Didn't the Patriots hire a black head coach?
Is CJ Stroud there, though, too?
Hold on, though. Didn't they hire a black head coach?
Is CJ Stroud there, too, though?
But don't they have more winning of an energy?
Is CJ Stroud there?
More of a winning, like, formula?
They used to.
But isn't that philosophy?
But Belichick ain't there. Belichick's an injury.
You walk into any room in the Patriots organization, they got fucking trophies everywhere.
You don't feel it no more, though.
Hey, but didn't Mayo coach there?
You don't feel it no more.
Didn't Mayo coach for Belichick?
He played there for him.
Did we not see Gerard Mayo just doing some Belichick shit with a player? I love it. I love it, Gerard Mayo. Put that Belichick on their ass. Make Bob, what's it? Tom Kraft? Bob Kraft?
Bob Kraft.
Make Bob Kraft reunited with the time masseuse. Reunited down in Florida. Reunited with the Asian rub. Yes, yes, yes. Make him go do it big. That's what we need, homie. We need that Bob Kraft. we don't need this salt. We need this. We need the craft to go down and get that tug rub, tug. And then they back, homie. That's what I like to see. I think that's this Patriots team for some reason. I got a weird fucking thing.
So you're predicting right now
up,
that the Patriots are going to win the AFC East. They're going to win 11 games, go 11-6.
Not saying all
beat
that.
the Bills, beat the Dolphins.
I did not say all
beat
that.
the Jets.
I did not say
and
all
go
that.
on a deep playoff run.
Hold on. I did not say all. This motherfucker put 4 things in my mouth. Pause.
Bro,
no pit Diddy or
no
Diddy or whatever.
Diddy, no Diddy bot.
Hold on though. Like I said, can they be the fucking surprise of the East? So there's no shot that they're down to the wire with the Dolphins. Maybe the Bills, homie, lost as much or more than
they got
Patriots.
Josh Allen.
So,
who's the quarterback of the Patriots?
So what?
Who's the quarterback of the Patriots?
I don't even know.
Because Mac Jones not there no more. Where's Mac Jones
they got
at?
Matthew Castle. I mean, they got Drake May, homie.
I'm about to go. Hey, Siri.
They got Drake May, homie.
Hey, Siri. Who's the starter of the New England Patriots at the quarterback position?
Kobe Brissett.
Okay, I actually like Brissett. That's my guy.
Oh, because he's black. Fuck. I like Drake May now more.
Siri got an update. Siri still got Mac Jones on there.
I want Drake May to start
Brissett.
now
I like Brissett
because he's white. And I only fucking rock with white quarterbacks on this show.
And I'm all with the brothers. And Brissett is a proven guy who can go out there and win you a couple games. I can see the Patriots winning like 5 games. I see the Patriots go out there 5-12. But is that a surprise though? I mean, I guess
I think they'll be better than that.
You had them winning 3, I guess it's a surprise. But I don't think. I mean, how many you got them winning, Jay?
Jay Wizzy, that's fake news, Jay Wizzy. Burrow was just with Trump, dumb fuck. That's fake news.
But regardless if he was or not, cool, whatever. Y'all so pressed. Y'all so pressed if they would who? Kamala, Trump, Biden, JB, or me. Why does it matter? Why does it matter who they with? Like, what's going on?
Defending that motherfucker.
This is crazy. This is insane. But no, the Patriots won't shock nobody. And then kind of going into more of the video itself, because you had an opening rant I want to comment on. To my understanding, Matthew Judon is sitting out because of money as well.
Please comment on what I broke down, A, B, and C, though. Can you do that?
All right, yeah, bring it back up.
How I broke it down?
Yeah.
Right.
What was your A?
Baby, I sent you something.
You said A was like not being dressed. One, I don't think dress has nothing to do with it. He has on hoodie and some pants, like
but I bet you, and I'm just telling you from experience, I bet you there was some sort of communication. It's either on the it's a known thing. It's with the team and team meetings. It's on the board. Some sort of thing. Be dressed a particular way on the grass. If you're not practicing, I expect you in some sort of Patriot. He was out there just chilling. So
I think those are Patriots team gear though. The red hoodie and the blue pants, if I'm not mistaken.
He was wearing regular shit.
That wasn't red and blue Patriots colors of Patriots gear. Are you 100% positive? You put your life on the line on that.
But dog, it's 100 degrees. Why wouldn't you be in shorts?
In New England?
Well, you think it's Antarctica? Yeah, it's 100 degrees out on the East Coast right now. Okay, break those down. A, B, C, D.
All right, A, be dressed in a particular way. I disagree on that, especially at the NFL level. If it was college, I might be feeling you a little bit more.
But now, let me remind you, this guy's a Belichick guy.
All right.
He's maybe doing some things that, probably taking his own shit, massaging it in his own with Belichick shit. He's going to use some Belichick.
But out of all,
he played for us. So
like
you play for somebody, you're going to do some things like you learn some shit from Whitlock and Marcellus, and you're gonna learn
shit from them.
You're gonna massage it into your own shit. DeMarco Farr, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, go ahead, B.
Be in his position group, paying attention.
So that wasn't his position group, by the way. So that's probably one thing he was probably talking to him like, "Hey, dog, why don't you go over there and lead that motherfucking crew?"
I can see that being an actual thing.
Oh well. So you agree or B or not?
Sure.
Okay.
I agree. B is a validated option.
Be in your position group, paying attention. All right. C.
C. Being a leader, leading by example, since he isn't practicing. Sure.
Sitting on the fucking trash can is a good look.
I mean, it's a quick clip, it's hard to read. But
be honest.
I'll say that B and C could potentially be options for sure, because he fucking says so. That's not an option at all. It's
player empowerment.
It's
101
NFL, bro. I think. Listen, I think you so not lost, but like so locked in on the college side, bro. That you compare college is way different than NFL from the conversations that I've had.
You think Belichick didn't do that? You don't think you think that was happening under Belichick when they were winning Super Bowl?
Belichick
be honest.
is arguably the greatest coach of all time. But he has a different type of. He can do different things.
All I'm saying is,
Gerard Mayo has no.
Okay, but my question is, do you believe that would have happened under his watch?
Yes.
You believe that would have happened under Bill Belichick's watch?
I believe yes.
Come on, homie. All the stories you've heard from even Tom Brady talking about getting cussed out by Belichick.
I believe there were players. I believe.
Smitty, come on.
You think players ever had contract disputes under Bill Belichick
That's
watch?
not a contract dispute. That's an actual telling him something on the field that he didn't do. Obviously, I didn't say contract dispute.
I'm just saying
this is clearly something going on.
I'm saying
on
the fact
the
that
field.
he's sitting out.
Yeah, I'm not talking about this. Ain't about sitting out. Arguably, if it was just a sit out, Smitty, they wouldn't even be talking. Why would he even be talking to the cat? There's something clearly going on the field. Either he's out there being negative, which I've had a lot of cats that didn't practice. I'm sure you've seen it, Smitty, in your life. Cats that don't practice are out there with some sort of chip on their shoulder, being negative around the, negative vibes, Smitty.
Energy, vibe. I get it. I get it.
It's bad. So, like, it's all about structure. This cat is probably, I'm sure he's taking some. You would be remiss or ignorant to think that you're not going to take the greatest coach of all time and take something from that man.
Of course,
so,
100%.
So I would think it would start with this.
You're probably right. It's probably something like he's like, hey man,
probably something like I knew, but
hey, if you're gonna be out here, man, at least be energetic, at least be comfortable. If not, man, I would rather have you in the locker room
because it wasn't a fight.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that big of a. So he's like, all right, I'll go in the locker room there.
Now, Bailey, I don't know if you can find it or if it's out there or news, but I've read something else. I read something else about they had a meeting in upper management's office that after practice. And I don't know if you can find that, Bailey. I
believe you.
Show the video of Belichick on Gerard Mayo. Oh, it's not a video.
It's not a video. It's the next topic, I believe. So.
My
It's the
bad.
next topic. It's not a video. It's
okay.
Smitty, go read it. Read it.
All right, got you. So what has happened? Belichick has endorsed him. And remember, we talked about this when they hired Gerard Mayo. But Gerard Mayo says Belichick never reached out to him after he got the Patriots job.
Are you surprised by this, or like I guess what are your initial take? I know you're a real Bill Belichick guy. I'm not anti-Belichick, but I'm not as
I'm not surprised because sometimes you gotta let. That's like me preaching to you about politics.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you gotta do it on your own, live it on your own, live the experience, do it. How do we know that's a bad thing? How do we know Belichick's not saying, "Hey, you're the duck now, learn how to swim"?
Right, but
that's a part of that.
But why can't he just call? Not even to give me advice, to be on some. Hey, congratulations on the opportunity, man. You worked for it, man. Do your thing.
Because I've seen videos of them together at the combine. So I find that very hard to believe that they have never talked.
So you think coach is lying?
No. But I'm saying called me when he got the job versus talking sense is totally different. They were at the combine together this year in Indy.
Okay, I didn't see that. I'm not.
I'm just saying. I saw this.
I'm with you.
So like, there's no way that they're just having a major beef over there. Like this motherfucker's like, "Fuck you! I'm mad that I got my job taken by you."
But why would Gerard? Why would he even say this then?
I think because what he said is what to be quoted.
He says he never reached out
after he got the job.
Right.
So meaning he got the job and he didn't get a call from him is how I take it.
They
saw each other in Indy though in April, right? I mean,
or in February was the combine.
You think he just saw him and was like, walk right by?
I'm just going by what the man said.
But I'm saying, what do you think when they were together in Indy laughing together? Don't you think there's something there?
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It's weird. I mean, I don't see. He has no reason to come out here and just say this. So maybe they. I don't know.
I think he meant like I get the job. I'm expecting Belichick to congratulate me or something. That's all I'm saying. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he didn't reach out, I think it's a little weird considering I was not only did I coach with you, I was your player. It kind of comes off as like a little bitter because you basically got fired. I know it was a mutual thing.
I have a different take though. Did Gerard Mayo reach out to Belichick and thank him for getting the job?
Because no, I don't know if that's.
Of course you don't. Of course you would never even look at it that way.
No, I wouldn't look at it that way because Belichick got fired.
And
so like,
who's responsible for him?
You didn't help me get the job when you got fired.
How do you figure? Motherfucker, I trained you, I coached you, I taught you the whole game. What are you talking about? How about the young kids pay homage to the motherfucking greatest of all time?
I still got to put in the work though, JD.
Damn,
like I hate that.
How about Gerard Mayo called Bill Belichick and said, "Coach, I can't thank you enough for teaching me the ropes. I'm the head coach. Appreciate you.
All right, if that's the
Why
case.
does Belichick got to call his ass?
If that's the case, call all your coaches in here. Call your college coach in. Call your high
How do you
school
know he
coach.
didn't?
Call your
How do you know he
pee-wee
didn't?
coach.
He should.
Call your daddy.
He should've.
Call every single body that's ever helped you along the way.
should've
Then,
called you.
if that's the case, yeah.
He should have.
Call the
I
fans.
would have.
Call Tom Brady for the rings.
I would have.
Call every single body. Call Vince,
I'll be honest.
call Vince Wilfork for just holding it down in the middle.
Let me be real though. I'm gonna be straight on, no joking around.
Don't
I
joke.
don't know if I've ever looked. I don't know if I've ever got a job, and I didn't call one of my mentors or something to tell him thanks for helping me along the way or something.
That's
I never
dope.
got a call though from a mentor.
That's different. You never been in this position before. You never been
I'm just
coaching
saying.
for somebody who put you on.
Yeah, I have.
Y'all were coaching together for years.
How do you know?
That guy
You're
gets fired.
you're
You
assuming.
take on the head coaching job that very next
Smitty,
season.
you're assuming.
and
I've had it happen twice.
that exact
You're assuming.
similar scenario.
Coach Ward, who
Yeah.
I was raised with him in Freeway Rick, by
Yeah.
the way, was my head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he was the head coach still. I went through playing. He was still the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I was done playing.
Mhm.
I came back. He hired me to be his OC.
All right.
Okay, I came back. He got fired. I replaced him.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
And
I was the OC.
you never spoke to Coach Ward.
What do you mean?
He never contacted you after that point ever again and saying congrats.
No,
Nothing.
we talk all the time.
Okay then.
But that's my point. I called him and I said, hey, dog, coach, man, this is a fucked up deal. But, you taught me this whole game. I appreciate the ropes that you've taught me. Like, why would it be his job? He got fired and I replaced him. And that's like my mentor. So I called him right away. Another one was a guy named Coach Angelo Jackson. He was a head coach at another time, and I replaced him. And he was my OC when I played college football.
Mm.
Then he became the head coach. I coached for him. So you assuming again. So say you're sorry.
I don't say I'm sorry. We never apologize on the show, but I hear you. I'll say that. I hear you. Listen.
So it has happened to me twice.
If you as a player decide to call coach, cool. Like, that's good. But all I'm saying is,
mentors, man. You don't call your mentors? You don't call, you don't pay homage to your,
I still pay how much. Shout out to Corey Clark, Coach Clark. I call him Coach Clark,
Okay.
but I'm gonna give him say his full name just for people on the show. Changed my life. I told him that multiple times. Shout out to Coach Chad Wilt
That's what
at
I'm
Michigan
saying.
State for sure. But I'm saying,
Hey, by the way, read that.
okay, from Cancer, did you call Sims and thank him for what he taught you at Garden City?
Yep. Even after I choked the fuck out of him. I did. When I got the job at Indy,
Mm-hmm.
I called him, even with beef.
I heard
On
you.
my daughter,
I heard-
on my mama.
I heard he
I
choked you
called
out a little
him
bit.
on my mama, on my daughter. And I said, hey, dog, I just want to appreciate you for hiring me at Garden City. Even though I beat your ass. And I beat your ass on the field. It is what it is.
Did you really beat his ass though, or did you kind of just grab his neck and you got separated real quick?
No, I drug him around the cafeteria. But I'm just saying, I wasn't on him just,
Right.
I didn't bloody him
Okay.
up.
Okay. All right. Thanks for being honest. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's honest, honesty hour on this Tuesday. I appreciate that, man.
Why would I call Keith G Wizzy, you fucking dumb fuck? I hired Keith. I hired that whole league in Kansas that's coaching right now. You dumb fucking cunt. Anyway, let's move on. God, that motherfucker's a pussy.
Who?
Wizzle or J Wizzle.
That's one of my biggest supporters, man.
I'm
So
about to block his
no, you're not. Regardless, he gonna stay on the show.
Travis too.
Wizzle,
Travis too. Whoever it is, Travis.
G Wizzy gonna stay on the
Travis is
show.
Nobody.
Keith gonna stay on the show. And even though me and D Jones we talk shit, D Jones, I would put on more Team Smitty than Team JB. So D
Hell
Jones,
no, D Jones has
stay on
been
the show.
like swayed Coach
He,
Smith.
he's pretty much middle, but
Nah, he's not
if
middle.
he had to pick a side, he's on my side. He's
JB,
black. He's all that. He's black. Nah,
Blacks don't mean nothing no more.
No,
'Cause
D
you got-
Jones
you got-
love the
you
black
got
shit.
majority of blacks going against Kamala.
Nah, that's
So,
false. That's false. That's false.
No, it's not.
The black people you talk to, because you talk to the
No,
far right, but
no,
I talk to the far
you
left
see
black
it,
people.
you
Let's put
see
them all
it,
together in the
you
same
see
room.
it, you
The black
see
people
it.
I talk to, they take them out. So all I'm saying is
they all young though.
they old, that's the people who vote nowadays. The old people about to die out.
You
So we got G Wizzy, we got D Jones, and we got Keith Smith, are some of my biggest supporters. You got Gene, you got Ron with the sniper, and then you got
like you. Gene actually call it what it is though. If you're right, Gene says it. If you're right, I've seen Gene say you're right.
He sprinkled a few of those in there
I've
just
seen
to like make it feel like he fuck with me. But
seen
Gene is fucking Team J fucking B.
I mean, he might be, but
And that's okay. I'm just saying, like, let's call it what it is. I'm a real one.
At least he keep it real.
Well,
at least, you got to give D Jones credit because he keep it real.
I think
He
Keith
say
keep it real.
Huh?
I think Keith Smith keep it real.
Of course you do. That motherfucker.
Of course you think Gene keep it real.
He's never
Exactly.
said
Exactly.
No, but Gene said one thing about you that he's actually said that. Keith is 1,000%.
No, Keith disagreed with me a couple times.
Keith is straight left. He's Kamala like a motherfucker. All right, where we at, Smitty?
Go on to the next one. Go on to the next one, man.
But yeah, Gerard Mayo, pick up the phone and call your motherfucking mentor, homie.
Coach Belichick, call your mentee.
For what?
And congratulate him for taking the job that you held for 20 years.
For what?
Don't be bitter.
For what?
Moving on to a topic that you teased earlier, and I cannot wait to dive into this. NFL's new kickoff rule makes all onside kicks illegal before the fourth quarter. And in order to onside kick, listen to this, the team must be losing and announce that they are going for an onside kick.
Fuck that. Are you shitting me?
I'm not lying.
That's bullshit.
I'm telling you the truth.
No way, homie.
It's
no
way.
Is that cap or fake news?
That's fact.
Is that true, Bailey? Bailey, can you pop in here and really say this is true? This isn't fucking from whatever that fucking NBA OnStar or whatever.
NBA
Centel or whatever.
Unfortunately, this is real. I hate to break it to you.
So you gotta like call. So like if I'm the coach, JB's the Patriots. I gotta like call JB across the sideline. Hey, coach, how you doing? Good game so far. I know, right? You guys really got us. So I'm gonna go for an onside kick here. So prepare your guys. Get your hands team out there. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna kick left. New York, so we're gonna call it. And yeah, good luck. All right, thank you. Bye.
Why you sound like that?
You tell the rec.
How do you know it's a white coach?
And that example was a white coach.
But how do you know it's a white coach?
Shane Steichen, because I said I'm the coach. I say you the Patriots. So it's white coach, black coach.
So call me. We're playing each other.
Okay, I'm calling you now.
Yeah, you're calling me because you're losing.
Hey, Coach AB, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Coach Smith?
I'm over here, man. You're kicking our ass right now, man. We're losing now.
You got no shot right now. I feel the energy on your guys' team. You guys are just they're not playing for you very hard.
I mean, it's about 90 seconds left, though. I mean, we just scored. We're down 6, so we have a shot. So
you got, man. You know that's my third string corner.
I get it, but a score's a score, man. But listen,
my starter got hurt.
Well, we hurt him. We were the cause of that. But listen, I didn't call you for all the arguments. I did not call you to discuss that, Coach.
Okay.
I'm calling you to inform you that on this next play.
Hold on, ref. We're talking about the onside kick. Go ahead.
I'm going for the onside kick. I'm gonna kick it up the middle. We're gonna
kick it up the middle. Okay, so I know where you're kicking.
We're gonna call Chicago. Chicago. We're gonna kick it up the middle about 12 yards.
For a middle kick. Get ready for
Yep.
hand team out there. Put a hand team out there.
Yep. So be prepared. You should get this one, Coach. You really should get this one. But if you want to make it exciting, let us get it and just get one more drive. I just want to call in to let you know what play we're about to do.
Appreciate you.
No problem, man.
Right. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Good luck, Coach.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Bye.
Hey, hands middle.
Outside.
Hey, so now
Chicago.
So we know what's happening. Let's hot tool on that thing. Shit. I don't understand. You got to be shitting me. So we now fucking.
Where the fuck did that come from?
You got to be shitting me. That's a real fucking thing.
He said, let's hot tool.
That's a real thing. There's no fucking way, homie. I got to call you to let you know that I'm onside. That's got to be the soft. This is the most fucking. That's the most liberal thing I've ever heard. I'm gonna start using that word all the time on the show now.
That's the most far right thing I've ever heard. I was
most conservative, most fucking liberal thing I've ever heard.
That's the most extreme right thing I've ever heard.
Can I just yell across the thing? Hey, Coach Smith, I'm gonna onside this bitch straight down the middle.
How, Coach? You sit down the middle or to the left?
Like left middle.
Left middle? Copy that, Coach. Appreciate you.
Right here, left middle.
Right here?
Right at your guy, 23.
23. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, hands. Be ready. Left middle, onside.
Hey, Johnny, kick that shit hard as fuck. I'm gonna 2 bounces. Hey, guys, it's gonna hit 2 bounces.
2 bounces. Hey, hands, you hear that? Fucking DeAndre, listen up, DeAndre. Did you hear me? 2 bounces left middle. Are you locked in?
Trevor! I said kick it hard straight at him.
Let it go. If you're on the front line, let it bounce past you off the first one. Don't try to jump up there and fucking get it. That's how we make mistakes.
Trevor, you know your name, Trevor. You're the only white guy on the field. Trevor, you're the fucking kicker. Trevor, 2 bounces straight at Tyrone. I told you, right at him.
DeAndre, if it's a country ball, that means you have space, pick it up, and get some yardage. If it's a city ball, that means it's clawed up, there's no space, too many people around. Fall on the ball, put your legs up, cover it up, just like we called you.
Trevor, I told you, you gotta let it go 10 yards. Don't be a fuckstick and let the fucking ball get touched. Tyrone, stop. Do not touch the ball before it gets to fucking 10 yards like you did at practice all week when we practiced this shit against Coach Smith's team. Coach Smith, we're going to kick it right at 10 yards. Left middle hash, so you know, okay, guys?
Left middle hash, sounds good, Coach. Thank you so much for the assistance and defeating you, Coach. We appreciate you.
By the way, if you get this, we still win the game. Good luck on the flight back home.
Sounds good, Coach. Appreciate you. Thanks for everything you've done in this game for us.
We won. We got it.
What the hell is this, JB?
This is the dumbest fucking.
We're removing the competitiveness out of the game.
Really? But you've been fucking defending it for a year.
I ain't been defending everything, not the rules. We're removing the
Haven't I been telling you all this?
Because you blame the players, though.
Haven't I been telling you this adds up?
But that's what we disagree on. You defend
I'm
the
not blaming
players.
the players. I blame the rules.
It's the rule. You say the players are soft. Nah, if anything, the rules are making the players look soft because they have to abide by the rules. They have to lay down the quarterback softly on a bed and a pillow. They can't hit you low. They can't cut block you. They can't go to do 2-a-days. Not because they didn't do it.
Your era, though, not mine.
But it's not our fault. It was not my era. I got cut block all throughout my playing days. I went to 2-a-days. I did all that. The rules changed right when I got done playing. All I'm saying is it's not the players. It's the institution. It's the shield. It's the league. They're trying to appease to these soccer moms and all these big time brands and trying to show that we're the safe league. Football is not a safe sport. You can't make football safe. We signed waivers when I was in college that said that I am aware of the risk that I'm putting my life at every time I go in the field.
Trevor! What the fuck happened to you?
DeAndre.
Coach Smith.
Yes. What's going on, Coach?
Trevor pulled his hammy.
Fuck. So what does that mean now?
Sarah's coming in to kick.
Fuck. Is it 5-yard kick now? Motherfucker's crazy. We gonna go to hell. We ain't gonna get this money. I'm gonna take this time to just pray. First of all, it's Tuesday. We just thank for this Tuesday, a beautiful day that you made for us. So God, thank you for allowing us to make it here safely. Thank you for allowing Coach JB to make it here safely in his car, his long drive. I just pray that we can just grow. That's all I'm asking for growth with this show, growth in maturity, growth in education, growth in our takes, growth in finances. Just growth is the word that comes to my mind here, man. I just know we come on this show, we say things that are likely to get us canceled, God. We say things that are likely to get us banned from TikTok again and again and again. And even after having strong, deep conversations, we still continue to do the same things, Lord God. So I just ask that you please be with us. I pray that we can make this thing grow to a level that makes sense for all parties involved. And if not, God, then just be with us in this troubling time. In Jesus' name, pray, amen.
I know, amen. This motherfucker said the 5-yard thing, though, was actually worse than anything I said. By the way, Sarah is going to kick Coach Smith. Can you put Shaniqua out there?
Shaniqua's in the game already, Coach. She's already out there.
Already
anyway.
In the game for your
hands
team.
Yep, hands team.
Of course she is.
Great hands.
Of course she is.
Great hands.
Of course she is. Shaniqua, of course.
She has amazing hands.
Of course Shaniqua's in the game for you.
Amazing hands.
She was already in the game before when Trevor was kicking.
Exactly. So I don't know. That was already part of my starting lineup.
Shit, I didn't even need Sarah. Shaniqua was going to be in there, and you probably thought she was going to be able to bang against Tyrone.
You can't.
No, did he? But
you can't hit now, so it doesn't even matter. You can't hit low, you can't hit high, so it doesn't even matter. Trey Berry, you shut up. You shut up. You shut the hell up. I'm gonna be soft. I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna say hell. You shut the hell up. Say one more thing I don't like, and I'm gonna put my youngin on you. My young guy Bailey's gonna block you immediately. That's our shooter on this show. Bailey is our shooter. In the hood, you know what a shooter is. That's Bailey for us. I'm gonna put Bailey on you, Trey Berry. Say one more thing I don't like on this show. We got 2.5 hours left on this show. You say one more thing that I don't like, Trey Berry, and you're gone, Trey.
Tiffany, can you get Sarah ready to kick?
That'd be crazy.
Tiffany's my special team coach.
JB, what's your beef with women?
Huh?
Do you like women, JB, in general?
Yeah, I like pussy, head.
No, do you like women?
I like pussy and head.
Do you like women?
My mom, I guess.
Whoa.
For having us. Our mom. Shout out to our moms.
That's it. Like
for birthing us.
Okay, let's lean on that.
Yeah.
Like how valuable, important was your mother in raising you and having you?
Well,
and
she
giving
shot
you
us out. She's got to get credit. She has a sacrum.
I'm saying, like, after you were out though, there was no other work. It was no other.
I mean, she has a sacrum. Her hips are childbearing.
There was no other work after that.
They're wider hips. Female has wider hips than us.
There was no other work after that.
I mean, she cut the umbilical cord.
So,
I don't know if my dad cut it or not. He might have been working.
If I called your mom right now, put on speaker.
He might have been working or drinking. I don't know if he was there to cut the
She
umbilical.
didn't feed you. She didn't clothe you. She didn't bathe you. She ain't take you to school sometimes. She ain't come to your event sometimes.
My mom smoked a lot.
I mean, hey, a lot of our parents smoke, JB.
Yeah, I mean, like in my face.
Well,
as a baby.
All right. But back in the days, that was normal, though. Like,
it was normal. They smoked and drank during pregnancy all the way till 9 months. And guess what? We're better for it.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense of why you are the way you are. Actually,
mixed with Jamaican rum and whiskey.
And why your brain's a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you came out the womb drunk.
Came out the womb, and I was sliding down the hot metal slides at the park, and then I drank out the water hose straight out, and then we played outside until the lights came on, and we did our homework. We did what our parents said, though. Guess what? We did what our parents said.
Y'all did it to a fault, though. Y'all did it to a point where
we did it.
Your parent will say, "Go stand in traffic and let the car hit you." Yes, ma'am.
Hell yeah.
Like y'all did whatever they said. Y'all did. Y'all were so like, y'all ain't question nothing.
Hell yeah.
My generation was the first generation to be like, "Yes, ma'am, but can I ask you a question?"
No, you got slapped.
I'm going to do it, mom. I'm going to do it, mother, father. But can you just explain to me so I can get better? I can learn. I can be smarter.
This ain't no debate.
It's not a debate. It's about learning education. It's about passing down the jewels.
No, I'm not aware. If that's real, I need to see it.
B-roll, no, it's not. They probably did a creative player. B-roll, send the link to the page right now. Send a picture, a screenshot now.
What does that mean, Smitty? If that's real, what does that mean? What does that mean? Tell me, I don't understand. I don't know shit about this game. So what does that mean?
Road to Glory is like the single player mode. So like, you know, if you're playing by yourself, you want to go in and like go through like the story mode, so to speak. It's like you can create a player, and you know you can be a freshman. Like you kind of create your road, right? So some guys can go in and be a 5-star guy. Some people can go in and be a 2-star guy.
So how would I be on there?
So I guess what they're saying is you're like the head coach of like one of the teams, apparently.
Oh yeah, right. I'll shoot the fuck out of them. They better not. Don't have me on that motherfucker, because Smitty and I about to be rich, bitch. We about to be rich, bitch. In 2 weeks, Smitty, we'll be in the McAfee's
in the Thunderdome. The JB Dome.
EA Sports Dome.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game. That'll be our fucking that'll be our thing. Shit.
JB Smitty is in the game.
Smitty, I can't believe the kickoff rules, homie. Seriously. Like, that's just.
It might make it. Listen, I know we're all negative, nasty.
No.
It might make this shit kind of lit, though. It might be exciting.
How's it gonna make it lit?
It might be fun.
I know, and I'm telling you, I'm kicking it. So there's no surprise kicks no more in the first quarter. Like at the Super Bowl, I'm an onside kick. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Just there's no more surprise kicks.
You can squib it.
No, there's no surprise.
No, you can squib. You can't onside. You can squib it down the middle, let it bounce.
That shit,
go get
dog, Smitty, you can't even defend that in a way. You can't even come out and just say there's even like a positive. Like, come on. There's what happened to the fucking surprise attack? That's what football used to be. It was a gladiator sport, Smitty. Wasn't it called a gladiator sport? What happened to the surprise attack? What happened to the fucking onside, homie? What happened to 2 kickers right in the first quarter? Just cross each other, kick the motherfucker. Nobody knows who's kicking it right out the gate, just to get guys to shift and move around, then kick it over the top of them. Like, what happened to the surprise part of this thing? Isn't that football, homie? Fake punts, fake kicks off, fake PATs, fake. That's football.
It takes a real man to know what you're about to do and still stop you, though.
But that's not the game.
It takes a real man to do that.
Game,
like if you told me right now,
you make excuses for the game.
If you said, Smitty, I'm about to swing on you right now, and then I know it, and you still connect, you a real one. Now that wouldn't happen. It's a horrible example, but like
that would never happen.
That would
you would be in a coma.
Literally, what
That's not
happened?
gonna-
We saw your tricep at the beginning of the show.
That don't have
It's
nothing to do with
a
it.
mid
It don't have
tricep.
nothing to do with you over that shoulder.
And then
I throw
mentally,
96 mile an hour fastball, and this thing still throw
you
football.
used to.
But it don't matter. I still got that
Used
growing.
to
See, you go-
25, 30 years ago.
Keep talking. You're
You're
going to learn what that
50
grown
years
man
old.
strength is.
We can really box on the
By the
show
way,
live and
those-
do 3 rounds.
By the way, those players found out trying to get me in a lake.
Oh my
you
God.
could be the next one to find
Yo,
out.
weak ass players
You
couldn't
could
get
be
you in the
next
lake.
one, by the way.
If I was on your team, I would have scooped your ass.
One of those guys was a first rounder.
Yeah, I didn't say they're better. Sure, better football player, but they're not strong.
Your
guy
guy was
was-
the first rounder. He's got to be pretty strong, right?
They're just good ass player. No, honestly, no. I'm not trying to be funny. Some of the best players on my team was not that strong. They were like mid strong. We're a football player. We're all strong, sure, but it's levels to that shit. I would have got down and scooped your ass and threw your big ass in the lake easily. The only issue I would have had was Stogie. It's the only issue I would have had.
No, my Stogie got to put it right in your eye. You don't know. This ain't no fair fight, homie.
Jim, I'll scoop you right now on the
This-
fucking show.
This ain't no fair fight.
I can scoop you right now on the show.
And I'd put you.
I will
through-
scoop you right now on
What's
the
that sort of
show.
us, a jeweler?
Yep.
You'll be in that motherfucker making jewelry for your fucking wife, mom. all
JB,
your
I had you
family
laying
girls.
down right here, chest on your back on this table.
Next,
No Diddy.
talk about Caleb Williams.
On this
Because
table.
I'm going to paint your nails like his.
No Diddy. Pause. Caleb Williams talked about which parts of his game are the furthest away from where he wants them to be in week 1. Is there a video of Billy? If so, play it right now. Hold on, pause it right there. Pause it right there. Stop.
Nah.
Stop right there. Don't
Hell
move forward.
nah. Shut
That
the-
motherfucker, did he sigh at the beginning of the whole? Motherfucker don't want to be there. Huh? He just too good for the interview.
That's
Too
your
good
quarterback. That's your quarterback. Real shit.
No, my quarterback's a dog.
But that's your main. I'm just saying. That's Chicago Bears fucking quarterback. Is that not just a very whatever you call it? What do you call it? Zesty.
Break this down.
feminine?
Break this down right now.
Look at that
this
face,
picture.
homie. That is the most fucking fruity,
Oh shit.
pebble looking ass face for a quarterback that I've ever seen. You're not about to lead no men, homie. I'm done talking about this cat, homie. We've already talked about the nails. We already talked about the crying with the dog and it's Netflix. We've already talked about the fucking video games and the cats. Dog, seriously, we've all given him a pass. Let's see him play. Blah blah blah. Let's just call it what it is, dog. I ain't never. Come on, man. It's just deflating.
We had Keynan on the show the other day. He said
Yeah.
Caleb look special out
Yeah,
there.
I didn't think it was gonna come on your show. What do you think he was gonna tell Colin Cowherd? This motherfucker's soft. He's fruity. Come on, keep it real.
Go ahead, play it.
Furthest away. It's a good question. I would say right now, working on my
Holy shit.
got me with that one. Stumped me. I would say working on my blitz looks, my blitz and coverage looks, and feeling the umbrella of the defense, and filling that out to adjust, to adjust protection, to adjust, whether it's a run, flip the, run into it, flip the protection. Get to a quick game, get to a cover zero check. However the structure of it works out, just progressing. A lot of that comes with seeing it and reps, and so that's why also preseason and those things are so important.
You sound kind of smart out there, JB. Go through the coverages, the blitz. Understand that he needs to understand the difference between a blitz look and the zone, and just You sound pretty smart out there, JB. What you think?
Then he paused for fucking 2 minutes. Don't say a word. Like he's just out of his fucking mind. Like he's fucking, like you're just putting me out of my way right now. I signed a $40 million contract. I haven't won a bowl game in college. I didn't even play in one bowl game. I couldn't show up. I went to play Netflix with my mom. That's crazy. Are we bothering you, Caleb? We bothering you, homie? I don't want to see another film of Caleb Williams the rest of the year.
Rest of the year?
Nah.
It's impossible. After week 1, we're going to talk about him. On this show, it's going to probably be our A block. First topic, we're going to talk about him. What's your thoughts on Caleb Williams' opening performance? Matter of fact, he plays in the Hall of Fame game this weekend against C.J. Stroud. So next Monday's show, we're going to start. I'm telling y'all guys right now, next Monday's show is going to be a Caleb Williams topic to start the show off. It's going to be his rant. So we'll go straight to the poll question. will Caleb Williams be a Hall of Famer or whatever? And go straight to the A block. What were your thoughts on Caleb Williams opening in the Hall of Fame game? And we're going to discuss it. So I'm letting you know now so you have a chance to woosah.
I think we should bet. That's what we should do, dog.
What should we do? You just figure it out. You light bulb. Bloop. Winnable.
I get a pick. You get a pick. We have a bet for whoever that pick is. That means if I win the bet, the person that I picked not to display on this show the entire season, that's what the guy that happens to.
Oh, shit.
If you win, then the guy you don't want to discuss the whole year gets talked about. Or maybe you want to flip it and talk about a guy every day only. You win the bet.
Let's do it. I'm cool with that.
Caleb would be the guy for me. I'm just telling you right now. There's not another guy. Caleb Williams would be the guy if I bet. I don't want him on the show at all. The rest
for me, it'd be Daniel Jones. I don't want to hear his fucking name anymore.
So it'd be Daniel Jones, Caleb Williams. What's the bet though for that?
Let's figure it out. You brought it up just now. What's the bet?
Let's leave it to the members.
Should be like a box.
Let's leave it to the chat.
Should we box?
Chat. What is the bet we can make to make that bet?
What's the bet we can make to make that bet?
What is the bet we can place to execute that scenario that I just eloquently stated?
There you go.
Right here on this program.
There you go.
Between the hours of 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, Eastern Standard Time.
That man on TV for real.
Mountain Central Time.
Yeah.
What bet can we place that would execute a proper dynamic that would involve Smitty, particularly not discussing a certain particular player, and me, particularly not discussing one particular player? What bet could be placed to create that narrative? Please, everybody in there, let us know. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We really value your time on this show. And we would really, really thankfully grace your presence every single day on this show. And we would love for you to call in and give us your
Ron, you on some zesty shit, Ron. Hey, click on that chat on the right, JB. Appreciate you.
We knew it. We already knew what Bailey was going to say.
Hey, Bailey be pissing in the background.
So you're Daniel Jones. I'm Caleb Williams.
Yep.
We'd lose a lot of followers because I would never talk about. We can't talk about Daniel, my guy that I was talking about. Well, one of them would be talked about though. Only one's going to be removed. The loser.
We just have to use another name to talk about him.
No, we're not. We can't talk about him.
There's always a loophole, JB. There's always a loophole.
No, there's no loophole.
What's next, though? Pull the rundown. What's next, JB? What's next? Caleb Williams in the building. Caleb Williams in the building. I think right now it's time for a good old. What you thinking, JB? You got the look in your eye. You got that look in your eye right now, JB. He don't know if he contemplate. He like, should we keep going? He like, should we go? Should I do my make it make sense? Should we debate another topic? Should we go to commercial break? He don't know what to do right now.
Where's my theme music, Bailey? Shit.
Ooh,
Without a doubt, without a doubt, without a doubt.
What's on your mind, JB? And it better be no bullshit.
I'm so fucking tired, and I should make this a rant, but I got to do my. I should do my regular. I got to do a rant today, on TikTok. But it'll get banned though. I can't really do rants no more. The platform just all banned me. I don't know why.
You gotta watch your mouth a little bit.
Very
baby.
good person.
Just watch your mouth a little bit.
Really big-hearted guy. Really careful. I care for people.
I've never been banned.
I actually really nice guy deep inside.
I've never been banned.
I say certain curse words, which most people actually do use. I actually do that, and they just keep banning me.
You say it aggressively.
They just don't like me. Make it make sense, man. Brought to you by Prize Picks.
By who?
Prize Picks. Team USA has initiated. Get this, motherfuckers. Team USA has initiated the quote term appropriate fear phrase. Make that make fucking sense. Team America, Team USA, the greatest fucking basketball athletes ever, have initiated the term appropriate fear for this coming game versus South Sudan. Steve Kerr came out and said the tradition traces back to Hall of Fame coach Greg Popovich, he probably sucked his fucking off, who pioneered this mindset. A respect for the underdog mantra he brought to the San Antonio Spurs, says Steve Kerr. And then later, as a coach of Team USA, Greg Popovich used the term, we have appropriate fear. Steph Curry has also used this appropriate fear term, who has also played for Kerr for a decade with the Golden State Warriors, as everyone knows, and is quite familiar with this concept. We know we can't just sleepwalk through any games, quote, and feel like you're going to win, end quote. Make it make sense, homies. We are the USA, right? The king of hoops, right? Make it make sense. We have now allowed mediocrity to be our new excellence. I want to ask Smitty, you fucking think Michael Jordan would even allow Steve Kerr, who he's knocked out in practice, to say this shit, Smitty? Do you think Michael Jordan would allow Steve Kerr to say, hey, guys, I know I'm voting for Kamala, but listen, appropriate fear against South Sudan. By the way, this is a team that's been privately funded by Lou Aldang for the last 6 years out of his own fucking pocket. Make it make sense, homies. We're the USA, the king of hoops. We are allowed mediocrity to be the new excellence. Fucking Michael Jordan is like fucking kicking around his Jordans at the house right now, drinking Sincoro. Here's the thing. I'm going to ask Smitty another question. Do you think he would have let any players on that team in the 92 Dream Team to say, come on, guys, we're playing South Sudan here. Let's make sure we come with it. The mindset is where it all starts, Smitty, where it all begins, Smitty, and where the gold medals are won or lost, Smitty. Our mindset is weak and is only getting fucking weaker and weaker. Make it make sense. Steve Kerr played with Michael Jordan, the epitome of excellence, the epitome of perfection, the epitome of sports warrior, a competitor extraordinaire. And yet we have the leader of the team acting as if we are fucking South Sudan. Make it make sense, homie.
It was okay. Make it make sense. Good energy. Team USA, I will bet you right now will win by 20 or more points against South Sudan. They hear all this talking, all the talking about the first exhibition game, the JVs of the world saying that they're shitty and they're mediocre now, and that basketball players today is not the same dog they were before. This is just what you say publicly to show respect and grace to the opponent.
I want to,
and it's also a motivational just kind of tactic, reverse psychology to basically let your team know, hey, go out there and put your foot on their neck.
You think the motivational speaker?
Don't take nobody lightly, because when you do take them lightly, you give them hope.
Who do you think the motivational speaker is that Steve Kerr's bringing in? Kyler Murray? I mean, Kyler Jenner? Kylie Jenner? What the fuck's the mom's name? What's Bruce Jenner's name now? What's the OG on the cover of Wheaties? All-time Olympic great. What's the name of that motherfucker now? The made-up human, homie. Who's actually a Trumper, by the way. What's his name?
Right, exactly.
What's his name, though? Exactly. Kyrie Jenner?
Huh?
What's his name?
Now, what you just say, though?
Kyrie Jenner, ain't it? Yeah. Kylie?
Kyrie, yes.
His name's Kyrie. His motherfucking white name is Kyrie. Are you shitting me?
It's Kyrie.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Kyrie.
It's Kyrie Jenner?
Yes.
Bullshit. So he's a black female now? Hold on, homie. No, it's Caitlyn, motherfucker. You got me, you lying motherfucker. It's Caitlyn. This motherfucker, I really thought it was Kyrie, homie. Yeah, take us to a break, homie. I gotta pee, dog. This shit is wild. This first hour, man. Dude's God crazy. Damn, homie. Kyrie Caitlyn Jenner, homie.
Dude's insane.
Take us away. Fuck. I apologize for my boy Smitty. I don't know what he was asking. When's the last time you jacked off?
Oh, wow. You guys, man.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you, Luca.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you, Luca.
You guys are going to get, a lot of controversy going with this show, man. It's a good question. It's a good question, though, man.
Listen, man, we were just trying to fuck with you. We want to get you loose, man, for the game tonight because we want you to go off because I'm going to bet on you. I know betting's a real controversial take right now, but I'm going to throw it out. I'm just going to throw it out there. If you could get me a triple-double, I'll break you off on the side. I'm just throwing it out there. If you can get me a little bit of a triple-double.
Little Jonte Porter.
I don't know. Any way, type of form. If you can give me a triple-double, whether it's 10, 10, and 10 or 30, 10, and 10, whatever you could do, I appreciate it. You don't need the money. You got big bag of money already.
That's gonna come tonight, man. I can say that's gonna come tonight. You're gonna see outstanding performance by me, and if it takes a triple double for you to get some money, then that's what I'm gonna make happen for you. Only for you.
The one and only
Kareem?
Magic Johnson
What?
is on the show right now.
What's up?
Hell
What's going on?
Magic, what's up, man?
What's up, Coach JB, baby? Darnell, baby.
What's going on? Yeah, how you feeling, Magic? It's an honor.
Well, I'm feeling good, baby. And first of all, I just want to say, rest in peace to the NBA all-time great, the logo, Jerry West. He has passed away today at 86 years old, baby. And I just want to give my condolences to the West family and thank you, Jerry West, for everything you did for the Laker organization and the NBA.
Yes, man, for sure.
Hey, let me ask you something. Was Donald Sterling really racist?
Donald Sterling, look, he was a very sick man, okay? And he was a racist man. And I went to church. I prayed for Donald. But Donald did a lot of stuff that was not becoming of an NBA owner. But to answer your question, yes, he was. He was a very racist person.
I gotta show you something real quick. Brittany Griner's in the news. Brittany Griner's in the news, and I know you have a son that is now a daughter, or something like that. I'm confused. I apologize if I offended you. But I know you have a son or a daughter or something. We call them made up humans here. What do you think about Brittany Griner here? Having a baby.
Brittany Griner is an outstanding athlete. I don't know if she's a transgender or if she just I don't know what she goes by, but I'm really happy for Brittany Griner, and I'm happy she's back from Russia. And I hope that she can have a good family. I just want her to have a good family, okay?
Do you feel like you could have been talking about the WNBA more on your show, given that you are the king of ESPN?
I mean, we could have been talking about or covering the sport a little bit more, but I would say nobody covered the WNBA more than First Take. But could we have talked about it a little bit more? Of course. Of course we could have. But as far as what you just said about Caitlin Clark being elected to the WNBA Olympic team, let me be very, very clear. First of all, everybody that was elected on the WNBA team deserves to be there, okay? There was nobody else that I would have swapped out but Caitlin Clark. I understand it. I get it. But if you look at the situation as far as popularity, and as far as ticket sales and views and things of that nature, Caitlin Clark, as far as marketing, should have been put on that team. I mean, come on now. If you look back at the men's USA team, I mean, do you think Christian Laettner should have been picked over Eliza Moore or Shaquille O'Neal? It shouldn't have been. But when it comes to marketing, especially when we're talking about one of the hottest Caucasian women coming out of college, the seats are filled up because of Caitlin Clark. She should have definitely been selected on that team. When she was at Iowa, she was out there busting their living, you know what? And that's exactly what she would have been doing for these ticket sales if she was playing in the Olympics. But like I said, I have no quarrel with the teams that they picked. Okay, this is not a lie. This is not a spurious accusation here. I'm not making this up.
ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who has spoke to every single NCAA College Football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen?
Coach, just great car, great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, the side of the road, LA, I assume, that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA College Football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit. Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach. Ooh, I kind of like that view
We back.
What's up with that view?
A little different angle, man. A little different angle.
I kind of like. It's like a business vibe or something.
You gotta be careful because
You're looking the wrong way though.
You gotta be careful.
Why are you looking up here?
I want to.
You gotta look that way.
You gotta be careful because you might fuck around and have like a little AE down there in one show. You might forget, and we go to this angle, they gonna see everything.
That's cool.
Sometimes I do show my draws.
We got We got big time cameras coming, by the way. Some real shit like studio cameras.
Don't lie to them.
So by the way, so stay tuned for that act. Stay tuned for that act. Hear the siren?
Mm-hmm.
Popo.
We in the hood. It's regular stuff.
I got warrants though.
Jay, before we move forward, I know you wanted to go to somebody in the chat and get them situated. I don't know if you can still find that person or not.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he'll say something. Let's wait on him.
Okay,
I'm sure he'll say something.
Well, let's keep the show going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it flowing. Pull up the rundown, JB. But in the meantime, man, what's going on, chat? What y'all got going on? Make sure you haven't become a member yet. Become a member right now, not only to this show, but also on Winnable as well. And let's keep this thing going, man. We got Steve Kim coming on very, very soon. Who else we got, JB? Who else do we got?
Got Shaun Salsbury.
Shaun Salsbury. Come on now. USC legend, quarterback. Never lost against John Elway, I heard.
He didn't.
Never lost.
I want to do this.
Let's go to it then.
That's fun. Where we at, though?
Bailey. Your boy want to skip ahead.
Nah, we're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Follow right here.
All right, man. Let's go straight.
Oh, that's Steve.
You
got right here. You got right here. You got right here. You got right here. You got right here. You got right here. All right, let's do it.
All right, moving on, y'all. Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh wrote a response that he will use whenever he is asked about injuries this season, man. Check this out.
And I'm really a better writer than I am talker, in my opinion, so I'll just read it for you. You are too. So for clarity, whenever I'm asked about anybody's medical condition other than my own, the following will be my best effort to relay information. I am not medically qualified to categorize or speculate as to how someone else is feeling. The best I can do is say that someone is working through something. 2, I get the report from those who are qualified and then follow the instructions. 3, if at times I look or sound like I am not a medical expert in the field of medicine, guilty as charged.
All right.
First, I didn't hear nothing. With the window open.
Oh, man, we got the window open with sirens. He got the damn volume up on ESPN on the left for no reason. They got the actual volume so I can hear them talking. And Harbaugh's whispering. I didn't hear a word or a syllable what this man said the entirety of the thing. But I'm going to assume it was something kind of corny, kind of funny,
can you come in and reiterate
kind of silly.
Betty, can you come on and tell us what he said?
He gave a very pre-written answer as to what.
Yeah, that's the disturbing part. But what did he say? Because we're gonna get into that.
What do you mean? What did he say? He said that.
We didn't hear nothing. We got the TV on. We got sirens. We got fucking. This is the ghetto show.
I'm sorry, babe. This is one of them Hood Tuesday shows.
It's okay. He basically reiterated that he's going to rely on the medical professionals that tell him the actual information, and that unless it's talking about himself, he is not a medical professional and he will not speak on that, basically.
So he did cop out.
He's just being Harbaugh. This is Harbaugh doing the Harbaugh things, man. He just
didn't LeBron not stand for the national anthem?
Giving the media.
Didn't he
what
lead us
the
out with the
fuck
flag?
are we talking about, baby?
Didn't he lead us out with the flag with Coco
about?
Dial? Hey, look, let's dive into this Harbaugh thing.
Coco Dial.
All right, let's dive into this thing. I know it's Coco Golf. I'm just trolling y'all. But listen, Harbaugh disappointed me today. He upset me to a way that I'm not very happy today. And he disappointed me.
How, JB?
You know how, Smitty.
How he disappoint you?
You know how.
By being himself?
No, you know how. Tell everybody how.
He used notes. But this situation is different. He specifically, like, the whole point of this was to show that he wrote a response for any time you asked about the injury. So, like, this wasn't like a team speech. This wasn't like I'm trying to get people hyped. This is a different scenario, JB. So, like, I think in this scenario, this situation, you should be able to use a notepad or use notes, because he's like, hey guys, I wrote a perfect, like, it's a joke. It's part of the whole thing. This isn't the same thing as Robert Saleh sharing the birds and the parrot story in the owls.
I lost a lot of respect just now, man. Number one, I couldn't hear him.
Right.
So I didn't hear his voice.
Just right off the bat.
Not a lot of voice command. But By the way, JT, for your absolute fucking nobody ass, head coaches are public speakers, you fucking moron. I don't know if you realize that. Do you know who they speak to every day? Their team. Usually about 100 people. Do you know who they also speak to every day? The boosters, the people that pay the bills, the owners, the owner groups, usually 50 to 100 people. He's a public fucking speaker every single day. I'm tired of hearing this fucking excuse. You know he has to fucking talk to a lot of different people, you fucking idiot.
Max Hess, do us a favor. Send over your question again. Bailey, when you see Max Hess's question, can you just take note of it, take a screenshot or write it down? So when Steve Kim joins, we'll be sure to ask your super chat question because you did send us money, Max, which we appreciate the love and the support. And he had a question he wants us to ask Steve Kim that was tied to that super chat. So just send the question again. He might he said you was talking last block and wasn't paying attention and you missed it.
Yeah.
But no, this is nothing. No, this is Harbaugh being Harbaugh at the end of the day. Like he always gives the media some sound bites. This is kind of what's the word? Quirky. I can't even say the proper word, quirky. But like quirky. Yeah, he always does this. This is him being him.
What's the word again?
What is it?
I'm asking you.
You said how you say it? No, you say it one more time now.
Quirky.
It's a weird word, but like that's how you describe him, and he's just being himself. It's nothing here. I'm excited for the Chargers this year. I think this season will be like the step in the right direction. Do I have some crazy expectations of them, going 12-5 and being
Smitty,
the head of the AFC? No, I don't.
You got $2.
Like in my pocket?
Yeah.
I don't really carry cash out, but let me see.
Please have $2.
No, all I got is a 50 in here, I think.
Throw that 50 on the table, please.
For what?
I'll show you.
What you gonna do?
None? Throw it on there. $50 right there. Throw it right there.
You gonna rip it in half or something crazy?
No. I don't do that. It's the money, dog. I'm not even gonna touch it.
All right.
$50 right there. Everybody see that $50? Smitty just put show the camera, Smitty, so everybody knows it's $50. And is that Andrew Jackson?
That's my cousin.
He white. Andrew Jackson.
Slavery.
That is for this guy's membership.
What just happened?
Hey.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Damn.
Da-na-na-na.
Shit.
Da-na-na-na.
It had to be you.
Hey.
Sad day.
Goodbye. Gee whiz, he's a busy bitch boy. Hey. Gee whizzy. Your daddy should have whizzied you down your mama's backside. He should have pulled out and made your mama eat you. Hey. Goodbye. You fucking bitch. Take your bitch ass out of here.
Damn, we had a good run, G Wizzy. One of my biggest supporters, one of my biggest fans, man. Had a good run, G Wizzy. Hell of a run. Been months paying us. He was a member. We losing money, we losing support.
I paid him for the membership.
Damn, we had a good run. G Wizzy, man. Why can't you just slow down a little bit, G? I saw you kept putting the same crazy messages in there.
This dumb shit.
You
Do be differently.
Kept trying to troll
be different.
him. You kept
Don't
trying
troll,
to troll him.
homie.
Like,
be different.
why couldn't you just slow down a little bit, man? He was letting you get away with it for a minute, but you kept going. You kept poking the bear. You know he gonna block you, G. Well, you were my biggest supporter. Now I'm down to just D. Jones and Keith. Listen, y'all, I'm looking for new members of Team Smitty. If you believe that you can rock with Team Smitty, even if you don't agree with everything I say, but you just feel like I'm a good dude and you appreciate most of what I bring to the show, shout it out in the chat. Let me know if you're interested in being part of Team Smitty. You want to join. We have an open slot, a brand new slot for Team Smitty. Right now, we only have, if this is a basketball team, we only got 4 people on the court. I need a 5th guy. I need my center. Who's my center, man? If you want to be part of Team Smitty, drop Team Smitty in the chat right now, man. I'm looking for a loyal. I need somebody to be loyal though. Like you got to be on my team, on my side. Cause Trail, man, your head coach started wilding. He started saying some stuff that I couldn't connect with. We were hey goodbye, and then he went to yo mama should have swallowed. I'm like whoa, this man mom. Like that's, you know what I mean? That's Mom Duke's Trail. You know how we feel about Mom Duke. So I had to, take a step back. I see team. Okay, JD. Is JD gonna be the new team member? Who else we got? John Jackson said not Team Smitty. John Jackson, did I fucking ask you that? I said if you are Team Smitty, say Team Smitty. I didn't say not Team Smitty.
John Jackson, announcer for Fox?
That's your guy.
Why?
Because he's a white dude who said not Team Smitty.
Hey,
fucking right winger.
Entertainer.
He's a right winger.
I think I could be an entertainer. Like I got vocal too.
You are. Now I ain't gonna lie, your voice sounded better right there.
I never been able to
sound
sing
pretty
about
good. You sound pretty good.
I gotta hear that back actually.
Yeah. They're there clip it and then like play it. Push the who though?
Like American Idol or something?
You might be. What's Simon's name? Simon Powell?
I don't know.
Simon and Reggie Jackson.
The first one I ever saw was with the big fat brother that's
Ruben Studdard.
You
know where he's from? Indiana.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm cool with his nephew.
He cool with the porn star from Naptown too.
Who's cool with her?
Ruben Studdard, the one that golf talked me.
Tiana? How you know her again? You said you watch her work, or you like actually hung with her before? Cause I know she be in LA. I see live in LA now. Ironically. Tiana Trump, you say you know her, JB, like personally?
Nah, I don't know what she's talking about.
Tiana Trump.
Nah.
You know Tiana Trump personally?
I didn't say that.
You said you hung with Tiana Trump before in LA because he lives in LA now, JB. I know. And she lives actually near where you live at, actually.
Nah, she don't. She lives
contrary to belief.
She lives in Woodland Hills. I mean, that's what I heard.
I first met her at Ball State. She wasn't even Tiana yet.
Yeah, she lived in Woodland Hills though, right off Topanga King.
Huh?
Anyway, let's move on.
Brian Case, how you know so much? I'm just curious. You know a lot. I'm say she's born 93. She went to Arsenal Tech. She's from Indiana. She live in LA. You know a lot.
She born 93?
Huh?
How do you know her birth year, homie?
No, what did you say?
What do you? I just fucking asked you.
You said she's born 93?
No, you
how
said
the fuck
that.
You know that?
You just said that.
How do you know she's born 93?
Bullshit, put that on me, homie.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy how you know that. I graduated high school 93.
I was born 94.
Shit.
And I'm on the show with you. You ever think about life? Ain't life a trip?
Young gog.
Ain't life a trip? Ain't life a trip? When like
it is a trip. Time's a thief.
I was like a baby.
Yeah, you were.
And you were graduating high school. And now we both grown ass men doing the show together as co-hosts. Whoever thought like let's say you walked past me as I was a baby. You never would have thought this little baby right here is gonna be working with me down the road. That's why when I be looking at like these old motherfuckers, like these 50-year-olds be like dating these 24-year-olds, like they're both technically grown, technically.
You know where I got that hey now?
Where you get it from?
The one I just sang?
Yeah.
Where is it from?
No, I'm asking you. I don't know. Hey.
Yeah, I just cut you off and said it?
Yep.
That's my ADHD though.
Yep.
Just throwing that out.
Sorry, I know you got it.
Then I'm on that 5-hour energy. It actually
activates it.
It actually does. It actually activates.
It's like a combination. Yep.
I get going.
Yep.
It's from Remember the Titans.
Yep. I figured it.
Hey,
goodbye.
The little white girl runs by the coach.
Yeah.
And she's a grown woman at the funeral.
Yeah, it was sad.
And the fat white dude.
Yeah.
And he ended up going to South Carolina. Sunshine.
Yeah. Sunshine. That's a quarterback.
Then the old coach, the coach that got blackballed by the black coach.
Yeah.
Hey, goodbye. Then they threw the brick through the black coach's
racist
front house.
Racist, yeah.
And it was racist. And the black coach came over there and told the white coach, "You gotta be my D coordinator." And he was like, "Thanks, coach, but no thanks." And then he hired a racist D coordinator, that is his homeboy.
Mhm.
Hey,
goodbye.
Then Gary Bertier did a spin out in the Camaro and got hit by a truck, and then
Strong side.
broke his back, and then he's dead.
Hey,
Goodbye. Then the black dude from Above the Rim who shot Tupac, he fucking was in there, and then he came and he was on the left side,
strong side.
And the white guy was better. He was more of an all-American.
Nah, he
than the
was
black
better.
guy.
He was the way less athletic.
Goodbye. The best players on that show were all white.
Head coach is black.
Goodbye. The D coordinator won the game because he took out the white kid and put the black kid in. He was made a personnel decision.
The head coach hired him to allow him to have that power.
Goodbye. They tried to keep him out of Hall of Fame because Denzel Washington was black, and they tried to keep the white coach down. And then, he should have played victim, but he didn't.
Black people better than white people and everything.
Goodbye. Sunshine was the only D1 player on that team. He was white. He went to South Carolina.
Because of grades. Goodbye.
Then the big fat white dude who's a big swole bodybuilder in real life. He was a big fat dude in that show that sang all the songs in the locker room. He actually went to, I believe, SMU. Goodbye. I just turned the guy. With my fucking singing.
Okay, I'm Team JB now. You was always Team JB, TPB. Where my brothers in the chat? If you a brother, say something.
I'm very upset though. Bailey, can we show this video?
Fuck.
Real quick before Steve Kim comes on, because it's about boxing, but it's not about Steve Kim. I don't even want Steve Kim to know about it. This shit right here. Can you break this down, Smitty? And explain what this is. Bring Steve on. Can we bring Steve on, Bailey, with us? Why this is on right now? While we're just talking. I didn't want Steve to see this. Steve popped in right when I was talking about this. Can you explain what this is?
These are women boxing in the Olympics for their country, but the problem is that one of them isn't a born woman. She is a trans woman, and the trans woman is beating up the actual birth woman. And JB's pissed off about it. So speak about it, JB.
Steve, welcome in, Steve. Appreciate you coming in on this fine Tuesday.
What's going on, Steve?
How you doing?
I just can't fathom this, man. It's got me in a foul mood, Steve. I was in a good mood. It's got me in a foul mood. This is a guy beating a woman in the Olympics. How far have we gone? How are we upside down like this?
This is because the women and men that supposedly care about female sports will not take the most logical stand. That this has to be very gender specific, especially in a combat sport. But that is the problem that I have with a lot of these females that guilt everybody into liking the WNBA with or without Caitlin Clark. You don't feel strongly enough about your own set of sports to protect them. And this is now what we are basically coerced into not watching, but to at least to a certain degree accepting.
How does the AOC allow that though? Like, I when did that come through?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, look, you saw the opening ceremonies; they allow a lot. So,
Steve, it's a loaded show. I know Smitty has a shitload of questions. There's a lot of boxing news going on right now. That wasn't even in the news until I saw it an hour ago across my feed, and I'm just like, holy shit! Baby girl likes the gray fox look.
Thank you.
One of our fine Puerto Rican ladies in the chat.
Oh, to that I say, wepa. Anyway.
Ooh, okay, Steve.
Hey, by the way, I want to make a point. This is my favorite shirt that I sleep in every night. I just get up. I heard some of the complaints about me wearing it every day. You know what? I may never wear another different shirt on this show ever. This is going to be the Cal Ripken of T-shirts. This will be the Lou Gehrig of T-shirts. This is going to be the AC Green, Randy Smith of T-shirts. This shirt, I may like every time I am actually on this program, I may actually get a tattoo of this shirt and just go shirtless so that even when I don't wear the shirt, you see the shirt. I'm not overthinking this.
Do people know it's 7:30? It's pretty early on the West Coast compared to like these other guys who are probably still in bed watching the show on the East Coast. It's like 10:30. Fucking days are almost over already.
This is like a Nike shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
Why not?
It's a nice shirt.
Why not? It's a soft cotton blend, but with like it's got a stretchy material to it. I think this shirt is from 2009 or 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty old, but it's held up. It does not wear out. It does not get thinner. There's no holes in it. It accentuates my strong muscular physique. So
and
yeah.
Cornhole, you're next, by the way. Actually, you're next. Steve does not smell like Asian. He doesn't smell like garlic. He doesn't smell like anything Asian. He's American as it gets, as American pie, as humble apple pie. And you, Cornhole, are a fuking shitbird.
Steve smells like Pepsi and cigarettes.
No. What I smell like is Drakkar, because I keep it old school.
Drakkar watching Gung Ho, a little white shadow on the side.
So what's
Let me
going
ask
on,
you this.
fellas? Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Steve. So let's get straight to it. JB started the whole show off saying that he heard that the Tank Davis Shakur Caesar fight is a done deal and it's going to happen in November. Is JB just talking out the side of his neck, or is this legit?
No. I mean, certain sites like the IFL, they do a good job, and other reporters are insinuating, but it has not been announced yet. I'm going to be actually going to the Fight Hotel for this week's card. I'm going to see what I can find out from some of the people that have 6 degrees of separation from Tank Davis, see if there's any truth to it. I know Eddie Hearn, who's one of our special guests on the 3 Knockdown Rule this week, he has made a comment that he thinks there's a very good chance that fight could happen. The date, I believe, is November 23rd. There's also rumors that if Pitbull Cruz defeats Rayo Valenzuela, which I think is a very tough fight, he could be in line for that rematch. So as of right now, it is rumored but not confirmed.
Got you, man. As a boxing fan, I feel like that's the only fight that makes sense for both parties, in my opinion, in terms of the next best thing. So we shall see. Obviously, Isaac Cruz I think he's the only guy who actually lasted with all 12 rounds with Tank. So I can understand that being a good looking rematch.
Steve, before we get to football, not cut off Smitty, but this Saturday's, can you just give us a rundown before we talk about it? And then if you're going, I don't know, Smitty and I, we'll talk off there.
Well, I'm working on that. It's a good card. It's a very good card. Obviously, I think Terence Crawford is going to have one of the toughest fights of his career. Israel Madrimov is a real athlete, great amateur pedigree, very confident, comes from a camp that is used to pulling upsets against pound-for-pound iconic fighters in Dmitry Bivol. Managed by the same guys, Vadim Kornilov and Alik Frolov, in the same camp with Joel Diaz. And Madrimov is a guy that I've been very high on, and I give Crawford a lot of credit because he took on a relatively unknown fighter that actually presents a lot of danger. This will be a much more difficult fight than it was against Errol Spence 3 days ago. So I like this fight. Then you also have Rayo Valenzuela taking on Pitbull. Excellent fight. I know a person or two that likes Rayo Valenzuela. I'm actually leaning that way a little bit. He has some specific physical advantages. Then you have Jarrell Big Baby Miller taking on Andy Ruiz in the battle of 2 offensive-sized guards. Going to meet in the center of the ring, let their hands go. And then Jared Big Baby Anderson gets his first real test against Martin Bacoli. That's going to be a real litmus test for Anderson. And then you also have David Morrell, who, despite only having about 9 or 10 fights, I think is one of the best super middleweights in the world against Hot Rod Kalaje. And then if you want to get a hot tub time machine and get your Walkman going, Eminem will be doing some sort of performance somewhere in the middle of all that.
Here in LA?
Yes, he is.
At BMO. By the way, I didn't know BMO Stadium was pronounced BMO Stadium. It's not BMO Stadium. Mario corrected me yesterday. It's BMO. So it's the Battle at BMO. And public service reminder, we have 2 versions of the 3 Knockdown Rule this week. We have one show where we had Terence Crawford, Israel Madrimov, and Pitbull Cruz, and we previewed the whole show. And then we have another show coming out later this week, all Eddie Hearn all the time for about 45 minutes. Very informative, very entertaining.
I saw Mario getting down yesterday, boxing against an older brother. Who was that?
Well, that's an old guy. I forgot his name. I've known him for years. Very nice guy, black southpaw. And Mario gets in there. He does some jiu-jitsu, does some wrestling, does some boxing. And then every 8 months, he blows an Achilles or he blows out a rotator cuff, and he swears up and down he's done with sparring, complains about the injuries. And then After that, he goes back to doing the exact same thing, rinse, wash, repeat.
Hey, Mario was like a Gold Glover when he was young?
No, boxing is something I think he did officially as a young adult. He did wrestle in high school, though. He was actually a pretty good high school wrestler. He has a good basic foundation of grappling.
So if y'all two got in a boxing match right now, three rounds, what's gonna happen? How's it gonna end?
He trains. Well, I train. I haven't sparred in 20 years. It's been a long time since I don't really want to get hit. He still does it. He probably outlasts me because, quite frankly, he's probably in better shape. I actually have not been hit with a guy with headgear in about 20 some odd years. So I'd be a little rusty on that.
He's still ripped, walking around the beach. He's still like he was on Saved by the Bell around this fucking place.
Let me ask you this before we move on. What if there was one thing that stood out? What would you say is the biggest concern that I guess Terence Crawford and his camp should have about Madrimov?
Madrimov's footwork and athleticism. He's going to attack at angles that are going to be very unusual. Crawford, if you work in a straight line against him, he will eventually time you and figure you out. It's going to be very key for Madrimov, and I believe Joel Diaz is going to address this. They have to keep changing speeds, changing tempo, and giving him different looks. But if you ever see Madrimov training footage, he's like a gymnast. He's got the dexterity of a contortionist. And keep this in mind, he is the natural 54-pounder. He's about as well-built a junior middleweight as I've ever seen. And Crawford is a guy that started off at 35. And again, I will give Bud and his camp a lot of credit. They are taking on a real legitimate junior middleweight. Ring Magazine right now, despite him only having 11 fights, has Madrimov rated third in the division. This is a real talent, and this is a real fight, as I wrote for snack.com yesterday.
Hey, it's a segue, Bailey. Let's just show it for like 2 seconds because I bet you YouTube will probably trip. Earl Spence, who you've said you expect a much better fight from this weekend than Earl gave a year ago. Did you see this out in the street with his homies?
Yeah, that's from years ago.
Super
that's
old.
From
So,
years. That
he was
didn't
playing
happen.
around his body.
Yeah. I don't even care when it was. My whole point to show that was he didn't even knock out his fat homie.
Well, hold on. He's pulling his punches, coach.
Yeah.
But then they're body shots. He should have knocked his ass out. That's like me and Smitty. I would have knocked Smitty's ass out.
You wouldn't. You hit so soft. And he's not giving. This is like probably his cousin. They're in the backyard playing. Stop.
Steve, I'd have knocked Smitty out with a one body shot, Steve. I'd have knocked him out playing.
Here's the thing about pro fighters of that caliber. They know how to pull their punches. I know this for a fact. If you're going to spar with somebody and you don't want to get hurt, I would much rather get in there with a pro than a beginner, because a pro can modulate the power of their punches and they could just tap you. They know how to control their movements. They know how not to hit through you. They can be very relaxed because they're not really threatened by guys like us. A beginner will panic, and their natural heartbeat and their adrenaline, it'll turn into a real fight.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Trust me, Errol knew what he was doing.
Let me ask you, like this fight, my whole point of this whole thing, you kind of alluded to, you think this will be a better contest than what Errol did a year ago. You still sticking to that?
Yeah, I think it'll be one of Terence Crawford's toughest fights ever. And look, Errol put up almost no resistance. I realize that's a low bar. But look, Shaun Porter gave Crawford some difficulty. I remember being at that fight. That was his last one for Top Rank. Madrimov does some of the things Porter does, but with much more style and grace. Okay, Porter does not have the athleticism or the I would say the fleet of footness, to make up a term, as Madrimov does. Again, in 10, 15 years, when we look back at Crawford's career, I think people are going to look at that Madrimov fight, win, lose, or draw, and say, man, that was one of his toughest fights, period.
Interesting. I can't wait to see it as I drink heavily if we end up showing up to that thing.
Yes,
Steve,
sir.
real quick, transitioning to the shirt you are wearing.
Woo!
Mario Cristobal talks about his team leaders having the mentality of being the hardest workers. Will Mario Cristobal lead Miami Hurricanes football to the college football playoff, Steve Campbell?
Yeah, please. That's the expectation. In a 12-team field with this particular schedule, which does have some landmines, in his third year with Cam Ward, who we get for one season, all the chips are being pushed to the center of the table. And in the immortal words of the great Jim Mora, playoffs? Playoffs? You kidding me? Yeah, playoffs. That's the goal. That is the goal.
12 teams, Steve. I'm just saying, like, let's
if
think about
it. If it was a 14 playoff, I'd be like, I don't know. But in a 12-team format, yes, that is the goal.
So you're expecting them to get by Clemson, Florida State, and then the SEC, let's say at least they would have to be basically fitting in that 5th spot in the SEC to get 4 SEC. I would figure 4 at least is going to make.
Well, there's a magazine that I subscribe to, and you can't buy it at like Rite Aid. It's a very good magazine. It's called Pick Six Preview. I believe the author's name is Brent Cianca. Excuse me if I botched that. Brett does a hell of a job. It's a very informative magazine. It's very good in terms of the analytics, the statistics, and breakdowns. It does talk about individual players. He has Miami in his top 10 and in the playoffs. And he's good. He's actually won awards for being probably the most accurate magazine, even above the great Phil Steele. Phil Steele does a good job too. But Pick Six Preview is something that I buy every year. It's not a cheap magazine, but I find it invaluable. I just got it last week. I'm starting to get into it now. You look at what Miami is bringing back, specifically offensively, and the fact that they have a real trigger man that should not be able to lose games the way other guys did last year, guys at Wisconsin now. Look, there's an expectation of this team to be more than just a run-of-the-mill bowl team.
Steve, I honestly, before Smitty, I think if Cristobal loses that Florida game, I think their season's down the shitter, number one. And number two, if he gets fired this year for underperforming and showing that he's just not head coach worthy, I don't know if he gets another job.
Well,
it's bigger than this.
Well, look, that game is pivotal from a national perspective. I think both coaches have different types of pressure to win that game, because if Billy Napier starts out 0-1, there's not a lot of sure victories on that particular Florida schedule. That may be the toughest schedule in the country. They are going through an absolute gauntlet, and the pressure will be turned up. And then you got a recruiting issue where you may start having your commitments picked off. Here's the interesting thing about Cristobal, though. He's been to the Rose Bowl. He's won conferences. He won at Ohio State with Anthony Brown at quarterback. I remember that game. He didn't even have Kayvon Thibodeau. I remember watching that game, beating a loaded Ohio State team that was as good as anyone in the country. And I said, that guy, I'd love to have him back. I haven't really wavered on my support of Mario Cristobal. What I want him to do is to evolve and understand game and clock management and understand this is a year you have to tell your offensive coordinator, hey, buddy, come out gunning. I want to score 45, 50 points a game. You got to have that philosophy. I don't want to hear him say, God, I love how physical we were while it's 6-3 at halftime. Because at that point, you are actually undercoaching this team.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I just think, but let's, to the latter point I made, if Mario gets fired, let's say after the season, they underperform. Let's say
I don't think he's getting fired, Coach. He has way too much political and donor support. There are heavy hitters at Miami that went to the same high school.
What year is this? 3?
This is year 3, so this is a pivotal year. But trust me, there's a lot of important people that are Mario guys. In fact, they're the ones who brought him here. He's going to get at least 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, and I think he would have to have such a horrible year for that to even be up in conversation, to where I don't think it's realistic. Like, I mean, worst case scenario, I feel like these guys will go out there and win 8 games,
right?
7,
And
8
that would
games.
be disappointing, Smitty.
Right,
and Smitty, that would be disappointing. But short of Cristobal being found out to be the second shooter of the assassination attempt of Trump, he's not getting fired, guys. He's not.
Hey, Steve, you know better than I. You have connections there. Today's landscape, NIL, the way that these collectives are paying players, with or without the head coach's knowledge, as far as head coach, we've offered boom, 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 so much dollar. You don't think that's added a time clock, a ticking time bomb to your actual stay as head coach at these universities? Not only in Miami, everywhere.
Yeah, Coach, there used to be a thing where you get 4 to 5 years at least. The philosophy or the belief was everyone should have a chance to build their program where you get a full recruiting class go all throughout your cycle. That's what Butch Davis basically got, and he was about to build a dynasty till he made the dumbest move of his life. Nowadays, it's about 2 or 3. You're right. Manny Diaz got 3. So to whom much is given, much is expected. So, yes, you are right. You no longer get that 5-year rebuilding plan. It's basically by year 3, show us something or we're going to get someone else.
It ain't the same over in Gainesville. That motherfucker's fired. Stick a fork in Billy Napier. He's fired. There ain't no protection there.
You know, Coach, you know what's interesting? All this has a ripple effect. As someone who hates the Gators because I'm a Miami fan, my biggest fear was Jedd Fish, who people don't realize. He went to Florida. He actually began his coaching career under Steve Spurrier and never played ball there. He's not like a football alum, but he went there. I was deathly afraid of Jedd Fish swimming up to Gainesville. But now that he just took the Washington job, is there any way that Fish just says, okay, I'm going to leave again? I think that's a bad look for Fish if he keeps jumping jobs like this.
Hey, nowadays with the coaches, players,
now.
everybody hopping around, so I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah,
damn.
Especially with the kids moving around this much, the coaches, to Smitty's point, can even be like faster with it and not even care less.
Well, that'd be 3 jobs in 3 years, though, guys. He'd go from Arizona, he did a hell of a job. Washington has an infrastructure in place. They're in the Big Ten. They'll be good with him. And you go right to Florida. Okay, that's 3 jobs in 3 years in our scenario. That's almost
if he don't shit the bed in Washington, if he actually meets or
exceeds,
I can see him getting called by Florida.
Because that'd be my first call. If I'm Florida,
if he doesn't just shit the bed on DeBoer leaving the cupboard bare, and he goes in there and then he uses that excuse and he doesn't do well like year 1 in Arizona. If that's the case, I would say he stays at Washington. But if he goes out and wins 9-10 and they're a playoff possibility, oh, shit. He's going to Florida.
That'd be my first call if I'm Florida.
Makes sense. Well, staying in the college football lens here, ESPN released their top 10 college football players since the year 2000. Steve Kim, Coach JB. I need your thoughts on these names.
Steve and I shared this yesterday, and I saw another list. Steve, I saw another list of the top 20 somebody did.
This is insane. First of all, Reggie Bush got to be number 1 off the back, in my opinion. And I love Ndamukong Suh. This is a strong list. But to me, off the back, we're starting with Reggie Bush, and then we can go from there.
And there's a guy on there right now that I don't see that's very alarming. But
well, guys, I tweeted about this. I think Reggie Bush makes an argument for being top 2. And when I put that tweet up, a lot of people said Baker Mayfield is way too high at 2, and I agree. I think Baker had a great volume career. He actually had 3 years at Oklahoma after he transferred where he won a Heisman, and I think it was a Heisman finalist all 3 years. But again, the Lincoln Riley system is very quarterback friendly. And let's face it, guys.
That's crazy. He's higher than Manziel. That's crazy. He's higher than Manziel.
The Big 12 didn't exactly have the 85 Bears.
There's no fucking way that this list is real with Baker ahead of Cam Newton.
That's what I'm talking about. How the hell
Cam Newton and Vince Young?
Vince Young, the Rose Bowl, that game, that made me a college football fan. That moment, I remember the moment me watching the Rose Bowl, Texas, USC, and like that was one of the biggest games of my childhood growing up.
Bryant McKinney, a great player. But damn it, Steve, did you make this list, Steve?
No, look, Sean Taylor makes an argument for being on this list. But the one guy that I think was an exclusion that I was like, wow, Calvin Johnson at Georgia Tech was amazing.
Yeah.
I literally think, again, he had Reggie Ball at quarterback.
I got
Reggie Ball. Didn't have Joe Hamilton. He had Reggie Ball. Okay.
Yeah. He looked like the quarterback on the program from Georgia Tech.
I remember that. Yeah, the one that Alvin Mack scared the hell out of. But yeah, I mean, Look, Reggie Bush has to be higher. And Cam Newton, again, I think the players, because I read the actual article from Bill Conley. He did place a lot on awards. And if you were a multi-year starter, the way Baker was, you got a bit of a bump. And remember, Cam only really started 1 year. He actually played mop-up duty at Florida. Then he went to Blinn, and then he played 1 year at Auburn. I think that's where he started. Now, the argument for Cam Newton is very simple. He did more with less around him than any player on that list. The greatest stat I've ever heard is, if you take a look at that 2010 Auburn offense, you know there's not a single statistic from another player in the National Football League. None of his other teammates made a start, had a carry, had a yard, had a touchdown. I think it was Jeff Blake's son at wide receiver. I think they had Ontario McCaleb was his name, little slot back. They had Michael Dyer, who was a blue chip running back, freshman who ended up flaming out, had a lot of issues. They had Kirkenstein, that little fullback, ended up dying tragically. He was a good player. Never played in the National Football League. He played with, in fact, the only player I really recall on that Auburn team was Nick Fairley, their defensive tackle. So if you're going by 1 year dominance and carrying a team to greatness, Cam could be number one.
I would actually have Vince ahead of Cam.
Well, Vince had 2 great years. People
I would have
forget, Vince Young won 2 Rose Bowl MVPs. They beat Michigan the year before in a thriller.
I would have
unreal.
I would have Baker off the list. Baker would be off my list.
Off the list. Wow. Okay.
The top 10 list for sure. I'd have Manziel on it. I'd have Manziel on it. I'd have Manziel on. I haven't seen this list. I'm just off the top of my head. I'd have Manziel on it. I would bump Sue down to probably middle of the pack. I'd bump Tebow up because of what he did in college. He was just instrumental to everything that college was at that time. And a guy that should be off there, I should be on here regardless. And I probably would have him in my top. I would have it in my top 3. I would have Reggie Bush in that mix, Vince Young in there, and probably Manziel or Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin. Thanks. Shake my hand.
I don't know why Percy Harvin.
I have a question.
Why is Percy not on this list? Percy Harvin, people don't know, was Reggie Bush times 2. He just had a lot of head injury. He had migraines.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll says the best player ever won.
I have a name. What about Michael Vick? He elevated.
He graduated in 99.
99, 2000.
Graduated in 99.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I have another name then. And you want to talk about winning and being a quarterback that led people, and he won a title. Trevor Lawrence. Clemson went to the playoffs all 3 years.
I saw the top 20 list. I saw somebody's top 20 list, and I saw Deshaun Watson on there and not Trevor Lawrence, and I'm like,
they should both be on it. They should
both be on there. I think they should both be on there. And I'd be honest, I would have to put Matt Leinart on there, man. Matt Leinart has to be considered in college. He went 19 of 19 in the second half of the Natty against Texas. Like, right out the gate, like one of the best performances I've ever seen. I would have to argue that Matt Leinart should be on that list. I know it's not a big, huge name in college, but in the NFL.
Look, the difference
in college.
And Matt did win, I think, 2 national titles. That has to weigh.
Yeah, and a Heisman.
I mean, so that has to weigh pretty good there, because with quarterbacks, it's about winning, because the systems are different. Like I've always said, I still think Tommy Frazier is the greatest college quarterback I've ever seen from the 90s. Yeah. He should have won 3 straight national titles if it wasn't for some bad calls in it was a 94 Orange Bowl. Yeah. He ran that system to perfection. And in today's game, he'd be unbelievable. But Sue at number 1 did surprise me, but he was dominant.
He was a monster. He was a monster, yeah.
But if I'm going to put him on there, then I'm going to put my boy at South Carolina on there, because he was
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, he was dominant.
But Clowney was good. But remember, Clowney last year, he wasn't playing that. He wasn't playing that hard because he didn't want to get hurt.
Hey, all you fucking fuck sticks in the chat, it says 2000 on. Danny Werfel was there in fucking 96.
93 to 96.
God.
Let me throw some
By
names
the
out
way,
there.
Aaron Donald was dominant at Pitt.
At Pitt.
That's another. See, Bryant McKinney would have to come off respectively.
Hey, even I know
and probably
Khalil Mack. I know he was in the MAC. I understand that, but they played Ohio State. They played some big time game, dominant. But I understand the conference he played in. He's not gonna get the same love. Let me throw some other names out there though. Lamar, Jameis, and then a little
yes.
Jameis. Hey, Jameis was a beast in college.
Jameis
What
had
about
the best
Zeke?
redshirt freshman year I've ever seen from a quarterback.
Oh man, that speech. Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah.
he's just a national treasure. I mean, he was
Elliott?
eating a lot of W's at Florida State. But let me
Ezekiel's
make the
nice,
argument for Bryant Mount McKinney, the pride of Lackawanna Junior College in Pennsylvania. The guy in
the
2
problem
years.
is he the only lineman on there? Only
offensive tackle. Yeah, look, I don't think he's as good as Orlando Pace because I don't think anyone's as good as
No.
Orlando Pace or Ogden. But 2 years, he allowed Ken Dorsey to breathe very freely against guys like Jamal Reynolds, All-American, shut him down.
You know the name
shut
that
down
comes to
Dwight
mind?
Freeney. So I don't know. I mean,
A name that comes to mind though in the top 10 that a lot of people won't think about. Yeah, AP Antonio,
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian
oh,
Peterson's
Peterson,
one.
that's another one.
But Steve, where would you put? What about Jonathan Taylor at Wisconsin? Was unbelievable.
Look, incredibly productive in a run-heavy system. Look, Melvin Gordon put up unbelievable numbers. Melvin Gordon once had 400 yards in a game and over 2,400 yards, I believe. That's one of the unknown great seasons. But Adrian Peterson, from the very day, I think his freshman year was 2003 or 4, he was a man amongst boys. He looked like a guy that could have played in the NFL right out of high school. That's how good he was.
This says since 2000, so I assume it means till now. But I would actually like to break this. See, I would break it up from 2000 to 2020.
Yeah, to the
10.
10
Because
to
the 20s is another different deal, and so
Yeah, that's a good point. But they got Joe Burrow on his list, so I mean,
Ed Reed, is he high enough for you?
Yeah, that's about right. And look, with Joe Burrow, if you go by 1 year dominance, he could be number one. The two greatest seasons that I know of, or I believe, in college football history, Barry Sanders 88, Joe Burrow in 2019. I think those 2 years are just incredible what those two young men did.
now I know this cat I'm about to say he played a dependent position, so it may not feel as impactful. But to win a Heisman at the wide receiver position, Devontae Smith had a hell of a career, and he was again receiver, but he went Heisman at receiver. That's extremely hard to do. Extremely.
But you know what? Today's rules with the targeting, and it's a little different. Look, I think Devontae Smith is a great little playmaker. But also, wasn't that the COVID year that he won it where no one was really practicing? Yeah, I get it. I think Devontae Smith was excellent. But I just think to myself, was he really better than a Rocket Ismail? You put Rocket Ismail in today's game, he'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we start throwing in like the rules, and now it's a whole nother, it's a whole other factor. See, the rules from 2000.
If you're going to put in an Alabama receiver, physically the most dominant one, I don't think anyone would be better than this in terms of being physically dominant. Julio Jones.
Yeah.
When I look at him, I say that is a prototype. That's what they want every single year, every recruit.
Mike Evans was pretty unbelievable too.
Derrick Henry and running back. There's a lot of names, man. This is actually pretty hard.
Yeah, you had to have a 20 list.
Yeah, you need a 20 list.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Honey Badger was
yes. Now that you want to talk about a guy that deserves to be in the top 20 and probably was right in that Heisman race in 2011. It was the Badger.
What about McCaffrey or Luck?
Christian McCaffrey should have won the Heisman in 2015. I think there was SEC bias, and I also believe that there was the white running back angle that worked against them.
Yeah,
I said it right there.
Yeah, it's tough. It's
racism.
That's a tough list.
It is. It's
That's
a tough list.
This is a racist show. RACCIISSS. Steve, real quick, Wisconsin is trying to recapture Tyler Van Dyke's ACC Rookie of the Year season, according to Luke Fickell. Will Tyler Van Dyke have this level of success at Wisconsin under Fickell?
That's an interesting question. They came into that. Fickell came in and just revamped that whole offense. They got the Carolina guy, forgot his name. He's more of a run and shoot spread type of coordinator.
Yeah, my buddy from North Carolina.
Yeah, he did a really good. Last year was tough because I don't think they had the parts, especially outside. Look, Luke Fickell's going to win there. What he did at Cincinnati was incredible. He produced a lot of NFL guys too. Got him into the playoffs. TVD will be a decent bridge quarterback for them. But some of the stuff that he had issues with last year in terms of making quick, decisive reads, he was very careless with the ball. I thought he cost Miami at least 2 games. He's also had some issues where he's not a great leader. I have a theory. If you like golf too much as a young quarterback, you're not my quarterback. I want you to be obsessed with football, not golf. If golf is that important to you at this age, I'd rather not have you as my leader. I know people are going to disagree. That's fine. One of the great things I like about Cam Ward is I don't think he owns a set of golf clubs. I just really believe at that level. The word that I got out of TVD out of Miami was he was not a bad human being. I want to make this clear. But he did not relate to everybody in that locker room. There were even reports that he didn't have all the phone numbers of all the receivers a couple of years ago. I thought that was alarming. As a quarterback, you have to be a leader, I think. And you have to be that guy that tells the whole offense, it's my offense. I take care of you guys. And all the receivers, we're going to go throw on our time. I'm going to organize this. And one of the things that I like about Cam Ward is with this big NIL is he makes sure his teammates get fed. I think he takes his linemen out to eat once in a while. Never heard that with TVD. I think those are the things that don't help him. He has an elongated release. He has a pretty big arm. But, look, I think he's a pretty good college quarterback. But he's not what we thought he was or was going to be in 2021. Let's just leave it at that.
Keith Smith. He's not one of the best 3 in the country. You got best 3 set of man titties in the country, motherfucker. Shut up. Anyway, Steve.
Top 3. No one said that.
Keith did. Fucking Keith. Fat titty Keith. Smitty's cousin. From Iowa. The only black guy from Iowa is in the chat here.
Shout out to Keith.
Hey, Steve, before you get out of here today, Shaun Salsbury's coming on after you. Stat of the day, Steve. 2008 Florida Gators arrest numbers. I mean, they're up through the roof. Unbelievable. That's how you build and win in a solid program. That's how you build it right there. Get a bunch of fucking criminals and get them to go the same direction at the same time. If you can get 22 fucking thugged out criminals that can play ball and get them from not fucking up while they're under your watch, you've done a fucking hell of a job. I'm just saying right now.
Okay, you should have had the Pouncies on for this one, but look.
Right.
Look, I have a question, though. I'd like to break those down because outside of a certain tight end who's no longer with us, how many of them were like violent crimes, though?
It was like petty stuff, right.
I mean, if it's a 17-year-old drinking a Coors Light, I don't blame him. It's the
Georgia topped that this year already.
Right. Oh, they're doing speed racer all up and down the street.
Georgia's already topped that this year. What are we talking about here? Georgia's already topped it.
So I don't know. Okay, the numbers are bad, but I'd actually like to break them down. Were they misdemeanors? Were they petty crimes? Now, if they're violent crimes against women and other people and their theft, now there's an issue.
I mean, are we stealing crab legs here or laptops or are we smoking weed? What are we doing?
But, I mean, it's an alarming number. It probably precipitated Urban's heart problems. But, I mean, look, you're not recruiting choir boys. You're trying to win in the SEC.
Steve, I graded these kids out when I took them. I would grade them out to come to play for me. So here's my grades real quick before you leave. A C. A C is weed, a little bit of minor credit card fraud. A B is, cheating on a test, got kicked out of class.
Low stuff.
So, you got caught, you fucked up. So I took you. I still take you. An A is just, a little shit bird in you. You might have had a little problem with McDonald's manager or something. Those grades I take them. Now, D and F, I don't take you. That means you messed with a girl, you did something like that. But we graded them out A through C. Weed, academics, little credit card fraud, fake identity or something. I'll take you. I mean, but other than that, Steve, we grade you out. Come on now. We can't just
Yeah.
have total top 6.
So I
If you were
like-
A, B, or C, come with me.
That's what
But
that's what we said.
I was told on Twitter from people that said, "Hey, I went to Florida in that era," and they said, "Steve, those guys were a nightmare." So I also heard that, and those are just the ones that we know of. The arrest,
Yeah,
right.
The ones you don't know of are worse. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what happened at the frat parties. We don't know what happened, away from the field, away from the football facility. But
Hey, I'll tell you, I bet you Urban Meyer aged 10, 12 years during that 4-year run. He doubled his age.
It was worth it.
He doubled his age.
Good job.
It was worth
Hey,
it.
Steve, we'll see you on Thursday, and then
See you on
we'll
Thursday.
talk this week. We'll
We'll
talk.
talk this week, Steve. We'll talk.
See you
All
in a
right,
few
Steve,
days.
thanks.
Later.
Steve Kim, everybody, clap it up for him. God damn, my hands are so much faster than yours. You know how much faster my hands are than
That
yours?
shit was going faster.
Damn, I just broke my chest.
Yeah, was it worth it?
Hold on, time out.
Yeah, what's going on?
I bruised my sternum.
Let's do it one more time.
Hold on, let me shut this door.
Where you going?
I got the fucking.
Where the hell are you going, bro?
The jackhammer, homie.
He over here by the casting couch. I can't show you. He got up.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh man, he over here on the casting couch, man. I can't even show you what's going on over there. Oh, he's on that casting couch.
You guys shut the fuck up.
Look at him. Look at this. Look at this guy. What's wrong with your man's?
You don't even hear it. Look, it's so fast. You don't even hear it, homie. God damn. Hey, take me out, break.
Hey, y'all. We're going to do a quick little break. I'm going to roll out my back a little bit, catch my breath, wash my hand, take a piss and thank the man, and get back to the money. When we return, we got a lock loaded show for you. Special guest coming on. Quarterback. What's his name? I can't even think right now. Special guest coming on the show, though, y'all. Make sure you hear my guy, Shaun Salsbury, USC legend, never lost against John Elway. Barely takes away. 3 minutes, we'll be back. Fire.
So what? Mahomes is white.
No, he's not. All right,
Is
listen.
that Tomlin or Smitty?
Fuck you guys. Mahomes is half white. We're taking.
Nah, let me tell y'all. Hey,
No,
JB, keep it real. JB, keep it real.
Fair game.
JB, keep it real. In the hood, when you mix, what are you?
They say you're black.
All right, stop. Because you know they say. You know,
Where's the white team at? Racist ass Bailey don't have the white fucking graphic in
Nah,
here.
there you go, Bailey. Fuck the white guys.
Nice job. Oh!
Look right. This just looks bad.
Look at that.
The
That's
old black
fire.
team doesn't look
That's
so bad.
fire.
The old white team looks awful to me. Like I don't even want to be associated with the white team.
Hey, but hold on, Matt. First of all, start up top here. Those are the coaches. Yeah.
Belichick, Andy Reid.
I got E-Dub. I got E-Dub
Weddle.
secondary. I got E-Dub in the secondary. I got Belichick as my head coach. Andy Reid my OC.
I did 23andMe, okay, and I had 8% Nigerian. So fuck the white team. I'm going over to Schmitty's team.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna put me on the graphic. I'm going to Schmitty's team. Yeah, put me on this motherfucker. Mike McDaniel's white ass is on there. You can take me. I got 23andMe, 8% Nigerian.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, we got Matt, baby. We got Matt, baby.
That's right, baby.
Come to the black delegation, man. Come to the delegation.
How you got Mike McDaniel?
He's a brother. Look it up.
He ain't no brother.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
8%. He's an 8%er like me.
I got a cousin that's real light skinned. His daddy black. My uncle. They super light skinned. Trust
How
me.
the fuck? Hey, Big Smitty, is that you or Tomlin? I'm confused.
We all looking like, don't we, JB? We all looking like. So hold on, my lineup is crazy, man. I got Mahomes starting at quarterback, of course.
Mahomes is white.
I got Jonathan Taylor, healthy Jonathan Taylor at running back.
Do we got the list or no?
I got on my phone. The wide receivers are crazy.
How about Amon-Ross St. Brown and his brother? Their mom's white. She's German. Shit.
Nah, they brothers. They brothers.
German white.
They brothers, man. They brothers.
With the white German mom, he's still black?
You got to ask yourself this, and this shit's it's just being real. If they got pulled over by the cops, what are they going to think?
That's not fair.
I'm just saying. That's how you got to play it. They brothers.
So that's the determiner. If you get pulled over by the cops, that's where you decide if you're a white or a black guy.
What are the fans gonna say when they pull you over?
Oh, okay. So I have a 96 Impala SS, bitch. Woo! Real clean. Every time I get pulled over in it, I roll the window down and the cop goes, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you." And I'm like, "Oh, you racist fuck." It's happened like 5 times. I swear to God.
All right. So CMC is the only white running back anyway, so he's gonna have to play corner also.
Well, he can play both ways. I watched him do it in high school out here. He's a bad
fucking Travis Hunter.
He's gonna play both ways.
I love how Mendenhall is like, yeah, all the white guys suck except for that one running back white guy. He's pretty fucking good. He's not. He's
backup running back is Juchek. The backup running back is going to be Usage. What's his name?
Juchek.
He'll be the backup. He'll be the backup.
He's a fullback.
All right. It don't matter. He's the backup, Smitty. Just stay to your lane.
We got a white fullback. He just scored up the other day.
I know. Wide receivers. We got Cooper Kupp, Adam Thielen, Nakua is ours. And
no.
Tight end.
Yeah, he's my guy.
Andrews and Kelsey.
I don't like this rule, dog.
I'm not giving y'all Nakua. I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it? What do you mean you can't do it?
I can't give you Nakua.
You don't get the choose. You're not. You don't get the fucking. You don't get
Chat. Is Puka Nakua white or black?
You're not allowing it, motherfucker. You got Mike McDaniel. Shut the fuck up.
He's literally black though. Like he's literally black. Like his daddy black. Like he a brother.
McDaniel wore some hoop earrings once. I know that motherfucker's black.
Motherfucker McDaniel's more cracker than my motherfucking pale ass.
He's way darker than you.
He ain't darker than me. He's not darker than Nakua.
Nakua, that's what I'm saying. Nakua one of us.
He's Polly. He's
Man,
ours.
keep going.
Nakua is white. You ask him, he'll tell you.
Polly's not white. Ask the chat, but keep going.
He's white.
All right. So Matt,
yes.
we just took 5 linemen plus an Uso. So we moved. I took Lane Johnson.
So we get the Usos.
We get
So the white guys get the Pollies.
Yeah.
No.
What up? It's I'm This Guy Don't Lie. Time for JB to get that pen and that pad out and show you the play of the day. Brought to you by Pride Things. Let's dive into it. All right, Smitty. Smitty can't defend this because he don't know what the fuck it is that I'm about to do.
Uh-oh.
But we're going to draw from an offensive perspective. Smitty's not used to this.
Everything's backwards, man.
All
Everything's
right,
reversed.
Let's dive into this right here. All right, we'll go 11 personnel. Let's get into some 11.
Real quick, tell the fans what is 11 personnel because people don't know what that means.
We're gonna get into some 11 points. Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right.
All right, so 11 personnel means 1 back, 1 tight end.
Yes, sir.
1 back, 1 tight end. 11.
Strong right.
If I had 12 personnel, it would be what? 1 back and
2 tight ends, JB.
If I had 13 personnel, it would be 1 back and
3 tight ends or 2 tight ends in a wing.
3 tight ends.
Yep.
If I had 0 personnel, what would it
Empty.
be? If I had 1
Blue.
What is 1 personnel?
It's like Wildcat, ain't it?
Nope. It's tight end empty.
Yeah.
Just 1 tight end, right?
Yep.
1 personnel. What is 21 personnel?
2 backs, 1 tight end.
What is 10 personnel?
1 back, no tight ends.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
All right. This right here is a rub route concept I call pickle. All right. So what we do, tight end is on the ball. He's the point man. We're going to run him on what I call a zone breaker. He is going to break the zone. So if we get zone defense, zone coverage, he's the guy that's going to break the zone. All right. So we're going to put him on a 14 to 12 yard hook up over the center. He's going to sit there and get big. He can move a little bit either way, but not across the hash marks. All right. The play call side guy. So let's just call this doubles right.
Okay.
He is the under route. All right. Building up 3 to 5. All right. This guy right here, we're going to tag. All right. So this is going to be Rip, Roger, Pickle, H corner. All right. A little more advanced than normal. So we're going to give him a little wiggle. He's going to clear the post corner. So guess what? Who's going to cross him on my rub route? Bam. He's my over route. All right.
A little bit of a natural pick right there, right?
When we're teaching this route, by the way, we're crossing each other and we're touching pads. That's how fucking tight we should be. Shout out to TJ Usmanzada, all the old JUCO cats that run routes and know how this is. We want to touch pads right here when we cross. All right. Now, you can do a lot of things with the back. We can swing it. We can wheel it. We can do a lot of different things. We can also tag him in the crossing route concept. And let's say I went Z corner, and I can make him be the underneath guy on an angle. So we can do all kinds of shit.
When you say tag real quick, can you educate me? What does that term mean in this situation?
So we're tagging a particular player. This is Roger Pickle.
Right.
Pickle's the rub concept. And then I said H corner. I could have said Roger Pickle Y corner.
Oh, okay. Got
What
you.
would that mean? If I took the Y out, that means the Z now has to run the zone breaker.
Got
He
you.
has to replace the Y. The Y now run the corner. I can tag one guy. Everybody has to learn the system.
Whoever you tag is doing the corner route and everybody else adjusts. Got you.
Whatever I tag them on.
Got you. Yep.
Y out.
Yep.
Y hook. Whatever I call it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So this is that's the concept. Now, what do we read, quarterback? Don't just show me the play. Teach me the progression. All right. Let's get into some colors here. Let's get into some blue. Now, Sam. Bam. That's a Sam backer. He's mugging the tight end. We're going to put a strong safety here. We're going to put a corner outside. He's outside because he's got flat or any hook zone. It's condensed formation. So you got to understand that. We got a corner here. Let's just say too high. We got a free. Let's go Mike, Willie. All right. And we'll do that just for the sake of the drill. All right. Now, the QB's automatic read key is that Sam backer right here. He tells you everything, quarterback. So if he carries, meaning runs with the tight end, we automatically let this guy clear and throw him the ball.
Woo!
The corner and the Mike. Right in this dead hole. Okay? That's the Sam read. If the Sam drops, now we read the Mike. Tight end carries him. If he drops, guess what I do? Go to the crosser underneath, dead hole between the Willie and the corner. If we get vacated areas and we get straight man, crossing route is number one. One of these crossing routes is going to hit.
Because if it's straight man, that pick is going to happen. That pick, one of them going to be open.
Opposite side of the hash. Don't throw that fucking drag route at man right here. Because somebody's going to pick it off. Because the Mike is chasing who?
The back.
The Mike chasing the back through traffic. Don't throw that crossing route right there. The Mike picks it and runs it back. The ball has to be thrown outside the hash to man-to-man. Guess what else is built in? Why we tag H corner? Man beater. Touchdown. If it's man, I go to the H corner. If we tag it. If not, look for the crossing. If we get quarters or some type of zone matchup, we're looking for the zone breaker to one of these crossers in the voided dead area.
What's that field side corner likely probably doing in this situation?
Sinking.
Gotcha.
Because unless they're playing straight up, they're not playing trap to it in this condensed formation. He's got to take something. He knows something's coming out. When we got condensed, he knows something's coming, right? In this case, it's the crosser from the other side.
So when this makes sense, let's say that back.
High low in the corner, by the way. So
I was gonna say, like, if that back did go on a wheel route, would the corner just go ahead and take him now at that point and kind of switch over, or it's still Mike's responsibility?
I read it this way first to see what the corner does.
Yep.
Because later on, what I'll do is I'll say pickle Y corner. Guess
Got
what?
you. Now the
I high low this motherfucker
Yep.
with the back, the crosser coming there, and the corner. Now he's in a high low situation, and now look at the crosser gets a lot of balls right there. against this look because he has to do what? Oh shit! What is he doing?
Got to make a choice. Now he's hesitating.
Yeah, I put him in a trick bag.
Okay.
I just got online, Coach JB.
Are you Jason Shanahan or you what the hell are you right here? Okay, JB. I like that segment right there. You got to take the board off there. Shout out to Coach JB. Eye in the Sky, Don't Lie. Brought to you by Prize Picks, man. One of my favorite segments right there. You know, showing guys the ropes, showing them how to really, you know, showcase what it is that you do. I think you got to give Bailey back the permission probably now for him to like move the thing around. It's a live show. I'm going to call Billy right now and just talk to him live on the show to figure out what it is. Yo. JB, switch the camera for him because he can't do it right now. Once you go to whiteboard, he can't switch it. I like this view, though. It's like a 3D situation. You can see the board. There we go. There go Big Smitty. Big Smitty look good as hell. Big Smitty look good as hell, and JB is back. That's one of my favorite segments on the show, man. I think that highlights you. It showcases you in a different light. It shows why you're Coach JB. People fall in love with the JB part of it, which we all love, and we love the funny, the jokes, the yelling, all that. But at the end of the day, you are a coach, and once you're a coach, you always have that title, like you say, like a doctor, like you know, anybody with certain titles, you hold that the rest of your life. That's one of my favorite segments because it really shows you the breakdown and the mind of the great Jason Brown.
Yeah, he's like a doctor, always a coach, and I'm always coaching.
Only the real, like White'll say. Only the real.
Coaching. Always coaching. You know, it is what it is. That's easy right there. That shit just comes easy.
Easy
that's
money
normal.
for you.
Yeah, that's normal shit.
One of these days I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna draw up a defense to go against your play. I'm gonna see if it stops it.
Yeah, it's not.
What we got next, JB, man? It's 8:23, man. Did you put money in your car? Did you pay ahead of time?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm white.
Cool. Oh, what that mean?
I think ahead.
No, it don't. White people been running the world, running the country our whole time. So, what we got next, though, JB? I know you're on the phone right now, talking to your AEs, but can you click on the rundown so I can keep the flow running the way that I do it? Shout out to Finney Baller. Finney Baller said I could outcoach JB. Shout out to American Hustle. Need that Smith. Talk That Trail is back as a member again. He back green. Shout out to Trail.
Why wasn't he green though?
He wasn't green for I think he probably
why though?
He probably missed the bill, but he came back.
Why though? Why did he miss the bill?
Black people shit. Black people shit. And make sure all y'all, if y'all ain't following Big Smitty, man, go to Darnell_Smith95 on Instagram. That's Darnell with 2 L's _Smith95. Your boy been going viral last couple of weeks, JB. Me.
On what?
On Instagram.
Because you share it with me.
I mean, that helps. That
no, you're sharing with the show. Cause my shit
the
ain't
show,
even
yeah,
right
I collab with the
my
show.
My shit on just suspension.
But like my shit, I think I like cracked the algorithm for my personal page. Like my metrics been going. I'll show you right now live on the show. No, it's because my content.
It's not an algorithm.
It's because the content. Look at this.
I did it.
Look at accounts reach, homie. What it say? Accounts reach at the top. What it say?
Where?
Accounts fucking reach. Accounts reach.
Man, can you get a fucking updated phone?
Accounts reach. What it say?
Wait, why is this phone so cracked
what
up? I can't even see the
What does accounts reach say?
1 million?
Okay then. Yeah, motherfucker. That's what. But I got 8,000 followers though. So that means that I'm popping. That means my content's legit.
I sound like a bitch. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
That sounds like a bitch. I can't stand.
Nah.
How many followers you got? You gotta get your followers up. Bitch, I give a fuck about a follower.
But nah, we say that, but followers is like the real deal. When you talking to brands and shit, brands be like, hey, I like you.
I don't got no
I like
deal.
your energy.
I ain't got no deal.
Well, because you too non-PC. You don't give a fuck. You come on here and say, you said the C word earlier. Other day, you ended the show with the G word, said it 3 or 4 or 5 times. You say women ain't in.
I got like millions of followers over all my platforms.
Yeah, but the brands don't want to.
But no brands fuck with me.
Pepsi don't want to touch
Why
me.
they don't fuck with me?
Because you know fucking why, JB. You
White.
Smart as fuck.
White.
You smart as hell. They love your followers. But it's what type of followers do you have, JB? We got to clean you up. I want to get you paid. I want to retire you, JB.
I can imagine. Look at it. This is close to just my balls popping out.
What do we? I feel like Keller Williams right now.
All the ladies, if my shit pop out, don't hesitate. Don't trip. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Ladies, smash or pass JB right now.
Come on.
Right now.
I'm just saying. Motherfucking balls pop out of the shorts. Just saying.
My cousin Darnell Dumas.
I got you know what I'm saying?
We got a question right here, JB, from the fans. Darnell Dumas said, best wood to smoke tri-tip, coach.
Best wood?
To smoke tri-tip, coach. Darnell Dumas.
Depends, dog. It depends on what you try to get out of that shit.
That's my homie.
Oh, Jazzy says smash.
Where? Well, she been wanting to smash you. We know that.
What?
That don't even count.
Who know that?
We need something new that we don't know.
Who know that?
Jazzy been very clear from the first day she joined the show that she wants to fuck you. It's been like documented. It ain't nothing hiding.
But I'm the guy that can't get the fucking.
You can say a cuss word. McAfee cussed on there. I'm just saying it's the.
You just said somebody want to fuck me.
Yeah,
that's like not gonna get a brand.
But that's like a one-off though. Like your everyday content is motherfucker, dumbass bitch, motherfucker, bitch, make like your everyday shit. If you did it once a month, twice a month, cool. But every piece of content is that. I bet you right now you cannot do the rest of the show without saying one more curse word at all. The rest of the show, 33 more minutes.
Shit, Shaun's coming on. I can't.
You just cussed again,
Bailey.
And speaking of Shaun,
first of all, USC, he might be all-time passing leader. I don't know if Leinart got him or not. Carson Palmer, we got to look it up. He's top 5, I believe. Shaun Salsbury is a legend. Next man. San Diego, California native from the mean streets of Esco. If you guys don't know where Esco is, that's where he's from, the mean streets. He'll make you a mean taco. And never lost to John Elway, ever. Ever.
Like never.
Never lost to fucking John Elway.
High school, college.
By the way, he'll tell you the story better than I, but he hit a 450-yard bomb into prevailing winds in San Diego at Torrey Pines. He can strike a golf ball. He was the #1 high school basketball player and the #1 football player in America coming out of high school.
Are you kidding me?
No. He can hoop too, and he plays with all brothers. He don't play with white boys. He'll fuck you up. I'm just telling you right now.
You won't fuck me up, but I respect it.
Baby, bring my main man in, Shaun Salsbury.
Shaun Salsbury's on the show.
First off, thanks for the introduction. Let me get this shit straight. I'm at my, and you know what, JB, I'm like 40 minutes down the road from you.
Yeah, thanks for coming over.
At this Airbnb in Palm Desert. First off, good to be on with you two. Great show as always. If you combine football and basketball player, number one football player, if it was just basketball, there's probably a few that were ranked higher, but when you combine the two, yeah, man, basketball was my better sport in high school. So, but yeah, and it wasn't 450 yards into a prevailing wind at Torrey Pines, 2-1 count. Guy decides to throw me a slide piece. Wind had to be blowing at about 30 miles an hour off the coast right there in Del Mar. We're playing the Torrey Pines, and the guy decides to try to cunny thumb me with this off-speed bullshit, right? And I took 6'5", 220 and deposited about 450 into the trees over the left field fence. But who's counting? But really, who's counting, JB? Who's keeping score after all these years, right?
It might sound really weird. I fall asleep with the TV on. If I don't have an AE over, I fall asleep with the TV on. You know what AE is, right?
No, he doesn't.
You know
You're
what
asking
AE
me?
Yeah, you know what an AE is.
Well, I know an AE is an account executive. What else is it?
we call my broads AEs, ass eaters.
Oh, you mean your freakazoids, your zoids?
Yeah, ass eaters.
Your zoids. I like zoids a little better.
Go get yourself some corn if you have to, dog.
That's gonna come straight out.
Hey, so here's the thing. I fell asleep to your motherfucking ass last night. Pause or no Diddy or whatever these fucking youngsters say. On Netflix, your show's still out there on there. And you
30 for 30. Yeah, the going broke.
No, the titty twister.
Oh, that you mean the movie? You mean where I got snubbed for best supporting actor in a comedy role in Benchwarmers? Fuck the Academy. Okay?
Yeah, fucking Benchwarmers.
My SAG out. Think about the great ones that have been snubbed before. Sandler in Uncut Gems. I mean, you go through all the guys that have been snubbed, and then there's Salsbury in Benchwarmers.
Dan Patrick.
when you mention the great ones, Daniel Day-Lewis, Denzel, Sandler, Salsbury, with their SAG-AFTRA card, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking the Academy. A lot of people get up there and they think the Academy. The hell with the Academy. I really thought it was a critical role, a critical acclaimed performance in Best Supporting Actor in a comedy role. I mean, who can do titty twisters better than me?
I mean, you played a gay man.
That's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Some of my buddies said I played it way too well. Okay.
You're 6'5". Shaun Salisbury, by the way, Shaun Salisbury, 6'5", fucking, alpha male.
Solid.
Yeah, look at him. Look at that.
Solid. Yeah, he looked like me a little bit.
I mean, this guy had to play a role. Shaun, tell the story, though, to the fans real quick. Why you didn't do the second Adam Sandler movie, because he asked
that really wasn't a sad. Their second bench warmers was not really the bench warmers crew. There was no Rob Schneider, Spade. That was kind of it's like, okay, like remember when they it's like Velveeta cheese. It's what cheese eaters eat when they're not eating cheese. Or it's like fake beer, what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beers, that near beer, whatever that shit is. We haven't done a real bench warmers too. Plus, I probably outpriced him. I'm in that $20 million or $25 million film role. That's what I command that now, which means I'm never working again if that's the case when it comes to.
Pat just texted me. He's watching. We're gonna see him this weekend in Scottsdale. Yeah, motherfuckers, I'm driving out there to meet you too. And
well, what a far drive for your bitch ass. What's it, 4.5 hours? Hopefully you're okay.
He's soft, Shy. He complains every day about driving to the studio every morning. I got a 40-minute drive downtown. Yeah. Suck it up.
Pat's open. Listen, Pat's open. Yeah, exact, Smitty. Pat's opened his crib to you. He's got that beer, and he's always such a great host. Solid ball striker too, by the way. Solid ball striker. Hey, listen, but you're bitching about driving 4.5 hours to have to go see your boys.
Bitch,
really?
Please. You fucking bitch ass hasn't showed up to my house yet. You're 40 minutes from my house. You haven't fucking showed up yet.
But
me. I'll drive
Airbnb with my 100-pound bully. Back to Best Supporting Actor in a comedy role. Well, they come out with the true bench wars. And what Sandler is missing out on, if I'm not in Happy Gilmore, there might be a fight. Okay, It could be a fight. We could have another strike, just me versus the whole Happy Best thing. No, that's my boy, man.
I know. I was going to ask you when we go to Pat's this weekend. Rob moved right behind Pat Snyder, so he lives right there.
Yeah, I just saw him in concert with Sandler out in Houston.
Swartzen, you saw Swartzen. I know Swartzen and all them. I know Swartzen and all them right there. We got to get. I
was just with Swartzen. He puts on a great show. I just saw him in person. We got to do a
last chance you, me, you, last chance you. Snyder, Swartzen, you, me, Pat.
What kind of night will that be? There'll be no stories in that one. And the first thing that'll come up is why'd I get snubbed in Best Supporting Actor in a comedy role playing one of the all-time gay men ever, okay? Mean gay coach. But we're going to see Pat. By the way, I'm out here in Palm Desert in 115-degree weather playing golf like an idiot.
What are we eating tonight?
What?
What are we eating tonight?
I don't care. Go get burgers and beer, or steak and beer, Mexican food. No cooking. You cook enough. Lord knows you cook enough. We all see the motherfucker every day.
He cooked too much food. He got a whole fucking family over
there. There's a brisket,
just him and dogs.
Yeah, Smitty, if you want to know if JB can cook, just ask him. He'll show you. I know he can cook. The man's a cooking fool. I love it. But I'm going to give you the night off. We're going to go out and have a nice dinner, whether it's burgers and beer, just laugh and talk. We'll cook at Pat's place, right? But so I'm getting ready to play yesterday morning at the Nicholas tournament course at PJ West. I'm walking through the lobby to go check in, and what's the first? I see Billy Casper's little plaque on the floor of the lobby, and like 2 plaques away is 2009 Pat Perez. And I said, this is going to be a good thing. I might go out and shoot 68 after I see this. So it was awesome, man. I'm thinking my boy's 40 minutes down the road. Pat's back in Scottsdale, waiting for the season finales coming up in Dallas in September and the Live Tour. And it was great seeing him. I got to play in the Pro-Am in Houston, so Pat was out there for that, and his boy Jason Kokrak. It was fun to play with him. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight and in Scottsdale. We're headed out there Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah. We'll have some steaks tonight or something. You're buying. Hey,
there's Bruce, a shocker.
Bruce Heike remembers you and I's favorite segment, "Eye in the Sky Don't Lie," when we broke down the high school kids.
Well, here's
highlight
JB.
film.
This is a high school kid. I know they're now getting paid these days, so you can be a little rougher on them. But here's JB. There's like a 15-year-old. The guy drops back and, jacks the ball off like 8 times. And instead of being, well, he's high school, he's going to learn. JB's like, what the fuck are you doing? 15 years. The kid just got off the JV, doesn't even know how to shave yet. His mom and dad are probably watching. And I'm talking about JB, well, kind of like he obliterated Derek Carr in the same tape in the same show. But I'm like, JB, the kid's, he's not under NIL yet. Don't give him 2 years when he's getting paid, and then you can kill him. I mean, what the fuck who's teaching this guy? What's your coach teaching you?
Hold on, Smitty. This motherfucker wants to talk about the kid. He puts a goddamn boom. He puts highlight boom. And Shaun's like,
don't do
stop
this.
Fucking putting boom. Stop putting helicopters. Stop putting fucking Santa Claus trick bags.
Yeah. This guy's got onomatopoeia on his, for those who don't know, that's that Batman boom, crash, bang. Onomatopoeia on his highlight film to send to colleges. And I'm like, dude,
you
first
serious?
off, we don't
like
need
the old school Batman film.
Yeah, music video.
Yeah. Oh, no
music
way.
video. And then he'll say drops back. He'll spot shadow the quarterback. Then he'll put like 2-3 sentences. It'll boom on the hit. It'll flash to the next screen. And then he's telling us what we're supposed to look for when he throws it. Like, dude, we are the ones evaluating it. I think we have an idea what to look for. But he'll say, yeah, look at the receiver run after the catch on the accurate throw. Like, no shit. Thanks. And that'll be about three takes in, about 2 plays in. And the the college coach is going to say, I've seen enough. Don't put music on your videos. Don't tell us what to watch. Just put your best, and don't put your best plays last, because you'll never get to them. Put them first. Your best team first. If I don't know how good you are in the first 15 plays, then you're.
Hey, Bailey, I don't know if Bailey can pull a miracle off. I don't know if Bailey can find it or not. I don't know if we could probably find it easier on social media, because we've made enough of them on social media. But we made the funniest. We were actually breaking down film, helping these kids. Shaun, you remember how many thousands of kids were hitting us up to have us break down their shit?
That's crazy.
Homie, we got so engulfed in it, and then Shaun quit on me. But other than that,
no, I didn't quit on JB. JB, I got to travel here. I got to do this. I got all these sponsors. I got 8 shows. And I'm like, I got snubbed by the Academy, and now I get snubbed by JB. Unbelievable, man.
Hey, you hungry, bitch?
Shocker.
You hungry, bitch?
Hey, you know me. Yeah. I'm a fan of eating on the show. So,
egg white burrito. Okay, you can disrupt a lot of shit. Not my breakfast, though. Okay.
Hey, Shaun, we're not on fucking, we're not censored, and we're not on fucking iHeart. You just got off your shit. We can cuss. I come on Shaun's show, and I gotta like fucking talk like a Christian.
Yeah, you can't cuss. What a novel concept.
Right, it's simple.
Hey, Shaun, real quick. I don't know if Smitty understands or knows. But I don't know if he's watched the film on the kid you've been breaking down.
Oh, from Slippery Rock.
Is that
running back? Oh,
yeah,
dude. Well, getting to a serious note, down at Texans camp, they started big aspirations for the team this year, getting Joe Mixon in, who I think is going to be one of the great underrated gets this offseason. And Daniil Hunter, Stroud another year, who I think is going to be a superstar in the league. You guys,
CJ getting him the ball. CJ getting him the ball quick.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and getting Steph Diggs to do his thing, run after the catch, all those things. But after about 8 days or so, there is a kid who's an unsigned free agent running back, because they need depth. They're still waiting for Dameon Pierce to pick up the inside-outside zone scheme that the 49ers have. But I knew nothing about him coming out, JB. I don't know if you did. Now, maybe Mel Kiper did, or those guys that do that deep draft stuff for the 7th round. Big undrafted running back named Bobby Dees from Slippery Rock. Do you know anything about him, Smitty, Bobby Dees?
I never heard of him.
Well, that's why, because it's Bobby Dees nuts on your forehead. That's why. Okay.
He got me! He got me!
Got his ass! Bingo. Hey. He's nuts.
Hey,
oh.
I threw you the lob.
Hey, I did. Hey, Smitty. Classic. I heard that last night, too. Smitty, are you there still? Or are you dead?
I'm there. Here I come.
JB, you turned me down last night, but Smitty, crazy thing. Some guy used this joke too last night. I mean, about that Bobby D's, the running back from Slippery Rock, who's really not a running back. Slippery Rock. I was at the Imagine Dragons concert. Have you ever seen them Have you ever seen them in concert?
Oh,
Imagine Dragons. Either one of you? Smitty, have you seen Imagine Dragons?
I've seen them before, yeah.
Yeah, Imagine dragging these nuts on your forehead.
That's me. What the fuck is that? I'm not saying who the fuck is
Got
that.
him. Double dip. There you go.
Got him.
And by the way, I think Baby found y'all quick too, by the way.
No, he didn't find
Yeah, he did.
No way.
Other than that, we ain't got no free agent running back from Slippery Rock that none of us know. Okay?
By the way, it had to be Slippery Rock, too.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you got to be the Rock.
That was a hell of a job of the build up.
Oh, we got you. I threw him the lob.
Mother said on a serious note, like it was a real like
Mixing.
Right, mixing. Okay, like, it was a.
I started up with the serious stuff.
Flashback.
Let's show a little Derek Carr. I think he's is worthless as tits on a boar hog. To be honest, that's just what I think. I think that is personally what I think about Derek Carr.
Dude, that was so funny you said that. That's so old school. My mom.
See how mean he is? That's what he was saying to high school kids too.
Shaun, you got to try to find the one we're evaluating high school kids, dog.
He's looking, he's trying.
But JB does know, he knows football and quarterback, so you got to have some good line. But he knows that's Smitty. You guys,
I gotta ask you this real quick. You're a USC legend. Another guy who people are saying is going to be generational talent. He's got drafted by Chicago Bears, who went to USC, and Caleb Williams. Give us your honest thoughts on Caleb Williams. Do you think he's going to be as great as the people are saying he is, or how do you view him?
I think we're always premature and serious. And now JB doesn't like some of the other stuff. And listen, I don't care if he paints his nails as long as he can make plays. You know, in truth, when he gets deep down to it, do you really care? Now, he's going to have to handle some as locker rooms go, as we all three know, guys giving him a hard time and not being sensitive. If you're willing to put yourself out there and have a little fun with it and be you and be an individual like that has a flair and it's going to do his things his way, you got to be able to go into a locker room and let the players still get on you, and you got to have some self-deprecation about getting, at training camp and all that. But I can tell you this. I think it's absurd that we start comparing guys like we compare too much. We're already talking about, well, he's the next Patrick Mahomes. I know we need fodder for that stuff on our show. We all do, not you guys, but comparisons are everywhere. First of all, here's what I know about it. A dynamic playmaker. Let's talk about on the field. Forget all the other stuff. Questioning, crying with his mom, or what kind of leader he is. I've heard both. I've heard coaches inside that building say he's a great leader, and I've heard people inside or outside the building say they question it. So either way, there's going to be that until we see it on Sundays. The last 2 years, there was no better performer, or at least last year, J.D. Daniels deserved the Heisman. Jaden Daniels, should I say. And we know what kind of year Penix had. But if you combine the last two seasons, and this is not USC homework, because JB, I'm as hard on the Trojans as I am on anybody. Just as a playmaker on a team that if they didn't score 40, they had no damn shot to even be in the friggin' game. There's been no better player in college football the last 2 years, period. You could say what you want. He's been the most dynamic football player when you combine his last 2 years in college football. Now, missing throws, leadership. Why couldn't he elevate him to it? But he doesn't make any tackles on defense. Do I think he's a hell of a player and a generational type talent? Sure. We say that every year about somebody else. Do I think the Bears are going to be in the Super Bowl in 2 years because of him? No, I think they got a little more work to do. Do I think that he's got some polish that's needed from platform plays? I absolutely do. We get so enamored now with off-platform shit and the way coaches teach it and with their private trainers, all that we forget to make what I think the great ones all friggin' do. And here's what he's going to have to do. Make the ordinary play all the time. The check down, the flat where you're not yanking. I'm talking about the 0 to 12 yard that in your sleep you make all the time. Brady, Breeze, the Mahomes, the great ones make all the time that we take for granted. Oh, there's a little bubble screen that you yank into the ground. Oh, it's not that big a deal. Yes, it is. The great plays come off making ordinary plays all the time. Your best players that have ever played, know how to play boring football. My question, will he be able to do that regularly on a team that's going to require a lot of hero plays? And can he accept not making every play a hero play? Because you look at SC's tape, he made a lot of hero plays. But they're going to treat him different in the NFL. He's going to get played different. He's going to see far more blitz packages that he's not going to be able to step out of. I think he's a unique talent. I do. I think it's crazy to start talking to him about Mahomes. Let him go pee a drop in the league before we start comparing him to those guys. Talent-wise, he's got it all. He's got a strong arm. We'll see how accurate it is in the ordinary. I'm not worried about the off schedule. He's going to make a lot of those. Great feet. But the leadership, when things go shitty, what's he going to be like? When the defense needs him to score 40, when he needs to win a 13-10 game in December when it's snowing and they're outdoors, can he do that when he's got to make one or two plays? You can't question his talent. You can question if you like the cleats he wears or his nails or what kind of leader he is or what's he going to be and with some of the things he says, does he care enough? All those things I get. I'm not around him every day. You can't question his talent, but I can question and evaluate every single day the ordinary plays that he's going to have to make to sustain greatness. Great players don't. Everybody thinks Mahomes, because he makes all the throws off schedule and off platform, that's what makes him great. No, that's part of it. But really, Andy, making the screen, hitting the check down, throwing the curl route, hitting the 12-yard out cut on time in rhythm, hitting Kelsey on a push off option or choice route. Can he make those consistently on a team that doesn't quite have the weapons that guys like that do? If he tries to be a hero, this league can be awful tough. If he lets his normal ability take over and he's coached well at the next level mechanically, because he's not the most mechanically sound guy. Some of those guys get away with it. We saw Favre at times. We've seen Mahomes. Mahomes isn't great mechanics-wise, but Caleb Williams is because things are going to go shitty at times for them. How is he going to deal with that at the NFL level when they're playing him different? Because these coordinators aren't stupid. I think he's got great talent. I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame yet, but I can tell you this: he will make an impact in Chicago more than the guy before him, Fields, did. Even though Fields is a wonderful talent as well. But he's going to have to be coached well on the mechanics to get to a level that I think everybody believes he can reach.
Hey, you're down there. Jalen Hurts pops. You've been around hanging out and working out with them. What do you see with Jalen? 2 years ago, he had a great year. He goes Super Bowl. Last year, he kind of hit a sophomore slump. We kind of call it, even though it wasn't his second year, but his second year being kind of having a book on him, right? A resume out there, and D coordinators having to break down. Where you at with Jalen this year, and where have you been, and where are you in your old stomping grounds with the Minnesota Vikings and a guy that I think is going to have a great year that's never had a chance because he's had horrible organizations, and Sam Darnold? Those two quarterbacks, where do you see with those two guys?
Let me start with Darnold first. You know what's amazing through all this, JB and Smitty, is that I have yet to talk to a person that knows the position or that studies it, that has told me, I'm talking about guys far smarter than me, and I'll include myself in watching him, that think Sam Darnold's an average talent. He's one of those guys. That's why coaches keep picking him up. They think there's something to him.
Elite.
I'm telling you, experts that study it, guys in the pro that coach it, there's an intrigue and an infatuation still with Darnold because his arm action and he makes throws that are off schedule that are out of his mind, and he also makes throws from the pocket. If he's coached right, and I think Kevin will coach him right, and he's got a pretty damn good receiver there. I think Sam Darnold still has really good football in front of him. And you say, how many times can we keep saying this? I don't know. But those list opportunities to start, especially since they drafted J.J. McCarthy, are starting to wane, right?
Not to cut you off, but to explain that as a guy that went through this thing and had to play through multiple coaches, not only head coaches, but coordinators. Sam Darnold's been through fucking 6 coaches, 6 coordinators. Explain that.
Yeah, well, and the verbiage changes on a lot of them. Expectations change a lot. It's weird. We'll make excuses for other guys that have had 3 coordinators in 2 years, but we won't make excuses for guys that we don't want to make excuses for. We have selective breakdown, selective criticism, selective compliments to who we feel deserves them. I can just tell you this. I'll step outside of mine part of it. The people I've spoken with since Sam Darnold came into the league and is still in this league believe the guy's a starter in this league. I'm just telling you that's what they say. So now Sam's biggest weakness is he gets careless at times, thinks he talk about a hero guy. He thinks he can make every friggin' play, and it gets him into trouble, especially if you're late on a decision and then you play hero, you don't last long in the league. He's not going to get many more opportunities to be a starter in this league to have that job. So this is important because they didn't draft J.J. McCarthy to sit for very long because he's smart. And McCarthy may well end up being a better pro than college because it was like North Carolina basketball is when Dean Smith was coaching. When you saw Michael and then Antoine Jameson and Vince Carter, they didn't explode for all those points in college. They all could score when they got to the NBA. It's like Michigan. You're going to run it. You're going to mix in play action. We're going to throw once in a while. He's accurate with the ball. He's athletic. He's a big kid. I think he's actually with the right system and with Kevin. I think you're going to see J.J. McCarthy be a better player than people expect him to be because he's smart and he has learned to make the ordinary play all the time. He did it at Michigan. That's how they won a national title. Made the ordinary play all the time without throwing 40 times a week. So that's his advantage. I think the Vikings will be better. I love Detroit in the division. We know Jordan Love and the way Green Bay getting better. The Vikings could surprise. The problem with them, every year at a certain time, they find a way to they give games away like I give strokes away around the green. They've got to fix that. But Darnold can be a player, judging from the people I've talked to. I've yet to have one say he's a hack. I'm talking about somebody who watches the position. So we'll see. As far as Jalen Hurts, JB, I like him. You and I have talked about mechanically, he got a bigger wind up with the ball. If he shortens that stroke a little bit better. I love his poise. I think he is a great leader. I do. I think last year the coordinator changes affected him. I do. I think that they affected him immensely. We don't put enough coaching is important. It's great. We love it when it works. When it doesn't, we the quarterback sucks. No, they went through a lot of stuff. Hell, even their defense last year didn't get anywhere near the pressure on quarterbacks they got the year before. He's another guy. Let's see what it gets like when he can stay. Now, I can tell you this. If they kept their coordinators there, Jalen Hurts would have had another good season. He gets paid. He is not the type of kid who's going to get fat cat and happy because of what happened 2 years ago. I expect them to be better and him to be better this year. I think he can expand. He's got a good bandwidth. For him, it's just I'd like a shorter stroke and the timing of the ball to come out a little more. But he's so good with his feet, sometimes you can take the other stuff and put it away. He needs to work on the things he doesn't do well, which I think he will. I'm a big fan because I don't think a lot bothers him. Now, the big question going into this year is he and Nick Sirianni. How's their relationship? Because very few times do I care if a quarterback likes his quarterback coach as long as they know what to do, compartmentalize on Sunday. But when a head coach and a quarterback, the respect factor has to be there. I could care less about I guess is what I'm saying. The respect factor has to be there. And I don't like the reports going in that it's a little bit tension and all that. But the player is poised. If they get that worked out, they've got enough talent on that roster to win a lot of football games. They'll be better offensively this year than they were last year. I expect a comeback here for him.
I got to ask you about your neck of the woods, Houston Texans. Obviously, you're down there. You get to see him. CJ's a local Southern California kid who's going to be on our show during the season. Great kid. I think he's excelled, expectations already in year one. What the Houston Texans did last year, getting to go to play against the Ravens in the playoffs. I mean, unbelievable, right? I got to ask you this question, though, from one quarterback to another. And I'm not even talking – I'm talking about Josh Allen losing Stephon Diggs to now the Houston Texans. My player, Tank Dell, is there in Houston, who got hurt last year, who could have been a difference maker in the playoffs. They got a loaded lineup now in the wide receiver room with that quarterback. Are you worried at all, though, that this cat is a shitbird and it's an addition by subtraction in Buffalo and subtraction by addition in Houston?
Here's what I think. He wants they tore up his contract and gave him a 1-year deal. He wants another big contract. He better stay in line and play well. If we were talking about Diggs. Now, there's no doubting his talent. And it's almost like things go well early and then he gets bored late. So whatever, something bothers him. He can't afford to do that this year because coaches will finally get to the point and say, happens once, okay, we all been there. Happens twice, you start to look at it. Happens 3 times, it's a trend. And then you start to say it ain't the organization, maybe it's the guy. I think DeMeco Ryans has this under control. I think Stephon Diggs recognizes the importance of, I don't mean fitting in where you don't speak out. I don't care if you speak out. I don't care. The receivers are always loud and are always confident and are always that way. But you still got to perform and do the things you do without there's one thing of speaking out and doing your thing without being disruptive. And I think that's the level. If his head matches his talent this year, they'll have as explosive offense there as in the league. Nico Collins is on the verge of being a 1. Tank Dell's an explosive, dynamic player, as you know, and precise. Joe Mixon is, aside from McCaffrey, when you combine catching and running out of the backfield and durability, Mixon is in the team picture for that outside of McCaffrey.
You got the Michi kid coming up being healthy finally. Michi, he's starting to look really good.
There you go. From Mechie coming out from cancer and the thorn, and then from lymphoma, I think what it was, and from and just getting back into being the first round guy he was when he left Alabama and the knee injury. You also had with Dalton Schultz and the ability to play action. They didn't have that threat last year, or the ability to throw 60, 65 balls to the guy in the backfield. Now they do. And Mixon's presence alone creates more spacing. This is the most dynamic and precise bit of talent. I've been in Houston 11 years. Even through Watson's time, this is the best group they've ever had. And I can tell you right now, Stroud's a better quarterback than Watson now. Because he's better at the getting buy-in.
Accurate.
He's better at getting through his progressions without bailing, because he knows that's not his number one strength, is using his legs. He's an underrated athlete getting out of the body. He's a good hoop player. And he studies. Bobby Sloak will tell you, you almost got to tell his ass to go to bed. For me, to get to the next level, we know he can throw it. He threw it in high school. He threw it in college. It's getting through progressions, distributing the ball, which will not be a problem, because the 49ers offensive system, which Sloak runs, everybody's going to get a chance to get the ball. It's his ability to do both. He's the best mid-distance thrower we have in the league. I'm just telling you, that 15 to 22-yard, layering the ball and then knowing where to throw it accurately on the comeback sidelines, the bender, the seam routes, the deep digs. Stroud's it. But it's his presence, expectations of himself, and his ability to make sure that he's not getting left behind mentally tells me that you've got I don't like to be too hyperbolic and say, well, 10 years from now, I believe 5 years from now, or 2 years from now, 3 years from now, that there's going to be 3 or 4 names mentioned at the top of the list. And if I said right now for the next decade or 8 years, you got to take 5 quarterbacks in the league. If you're not mentioning him, you ain't watching the same game I'm watching. I think the guy's special. There will be no sophomore slump because his mental preparation. Now, hopefully there'll be no injury, but he won't turn into a hack overnight. He puts too much time in and he's too good. And their offense has too many weapons.
We have another Shaun that we love and who loves you, by the way, another Super Bowl winning QB. Shaun King comes on our show twice a week.
Love him.
He said to tell you hello, but he said exactly what you said. He thinks that CJ is the most accurate passer he's ever seen.
Let me tell you something. He put it this way. He throws that deep stuff, that intermediate 15 to 22. JB and Smitty's got to pump it on the sideline, the corner route where you flatten them into the sail route. He throws out with accuracy like a lot of quarterbacks go the 0 to 10 open receiver in space. He is really, and his mechanics are solid. He doesn't bail early because he feels pressure. He's the newest. He truly is a pocket guy with some athleticism. Without athleticism, thinking that that's his hero play and bailout. His bailout is to get into the next guy. Second guy's not there. Boom, get it to the third guy who's standing on the sideline on a fall-off comeback for a first down. I love him because he's not an eye guy. Even though he went out and had fun this offseason, he should enjoy the fruits of his labor as long as it doesn't get in the way of preparing for his season. I don't even think you've sniffed C.J. Stroud's best football. I don't. And that's saying something. When the general managers and the evaluators in this league have him as a top 7 guy, he started 15 regular season games. That's not a fan poll where we all get excited about our home guy. That is the guys who watch it. Matter of fact, if you're taking guys over the next 8 years, Mahomes, I guess he's still got 8 in him, maybe. You take him first, regardless if it's 5, 4, 8, just because his production, the coach has something to do with it, he's talented. But after that, is it Lamar? Is it Allen? Is it Stroud? He's in the conversation. Joe Burrow, when he's healthy. Those 3 or 4 guys.
Herbert, we got to see what Herbert does with
Herbert. He is in
Harbaugh.
that picture. He
Jordan
is
Love now. Love, is he a guy
already? And he doesn't even have 2 seasons under his belt. I think the Houston Texans are a dangerous football team, man. I do.
That's true. One thing I wanted to ask you here, and I know we've probably got a few more minutes left here with you. We're seeing all these quarterbacks get paid like we've never seen before. JB just mentioned Jordan Love, who's now the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. Tua got paid. Trevor Lawrence got paid. We're seeing these guys making $55 million a year. You as a former pro, played the position. Do you have a problem with the way the quarterback market is? Because there's some people out here saying like, man, these guys haven't earned the right to make that money. They haven't done enough yet.
We pay, Smitty. It's a great point. A couple things. We pay on potential in this league. Okay. We do. We pay potential, and if you mix production early on, like C.J. Stroud with potential, he's going to make by his turn. What's he going to make? $70 million a year, 68, 65 million a year. It's going to be something in that range if this ascent to where he's going continues. Here's what I do know. I don't get in people's wallet. If you really want to think about this, Tua makes 53.5 or so this year. Marino made 51 million his entire career. So there's some perspective. But in any sport, it's a lot of times it's not the best player who's the highest paid because it's timing. Look at Jordan Love. Starts one season and was a great player. But you're paying him on what you think's going to happen and his patience, and he did a great job of waiting it out. But the timing of his free agent contract was perfect after a good year. You're not paying him more. If they all were up for a contract, he would not be the highest paid in history. The next guy that gets his is going to get paid more. It's just the way it is. So, yeah, is it out of hand? Sure it is, but it's sports. So it's basketball salaries, where the 12th guy on the bench who sees about 7 minutes a game can make $16 million a year. So is baseball, where a 220 hitter that strikes out 150 times but hits 35 home runs can make $28 million a year. And this is the most difficult position in sports. Hitting a baseball may be the toughest thing. And it's, quite frankly, you can't win a championship with average quarterback play anymore. We don't have the 85 Bears defense. That quarterback has to be a playmaker at the right time. So I don't have a problem with it. If you're saying stuff like, damn, Shaun, wouldn't it be nice to be average and make 10, 15, 20 million? Hell yeah. But those guys, Love's not average. Tua is accurate. But you come along at the right time, TV money, all the hell.
Lawrence.
We don't bitch when a guy goes on concert tour and makes $100 million on a concert tour to sing because we're entertained. So I don't get in guys' wallets, man. Milk what you can, because the second you're no good, they're going to run your ass so fast out of the building, it'll make your head spin. I do know this, and I've said this long before it was, I've been saying it for maybe a decade, and it's come to fruition even more. We are eventually, in the next couple of years, you're going to have the quarterback's going to be an outlier. He's not going to be included in the salary cap. You can't. You can't do it anymore because what the other teams can get better now. You can, and we want our quarterback to stay in the city. We don't want him to leave. We don't want to let him go to free agency. So what? You're going to be able to treat him as his own entity. Pay him whatever the hell you want, and if you pay him $100 million to keep him, we like familiarity. We want our guys to stay there. You keep your star quarterback, and now the salary cap. Then it's just, do you want to pay your guy $100 million? That goes on the owner. How much are you willing to spend? Now the salary cap kicks in for the rest of the team. Eventually, you're going to have to do that. Salary cap for the other 52 cats, and Tua is making $53 million a year, 53 and a half. The salary cap will eventually, your team can't win with just that quarterback, and they never do. So it's got to be quarterback in his own world. You pay him what you want. I don't care if you pay him $200 million over 2 years. And then the rest of the salary cap kicks in for the rest of the guys. Then you'll see teams now where it's an even fight. Now we got a fair fight going on here. Quarterback will stand alone here, and that's coming quicker than NIL, and in my opinion, quicker than NIL and collective came down the pike. It's coming sooner than later. It has to, just because it's so out of hand. Your 30-year salary can't be to the quarterback if you want to be competitive every year and not get rid of your best players every year that are making money. And those guys that make money nowadays, if you make money and you're not a quarterback, you make money, you get to a certain point where they're getting rid of you as opposed to keeping you like they should because you're a core player on their team. That's going to be a major change in the league. Quarterback will not be privy to the salary cap anymore.
So I have a point, man. JB made that point before, but you said it way better, man. So I love how you broke that down. My last question here for you, is this Dak Prescott's last year as a Dallas Cowboy?
I think Dak would like to stay there. And I'm amazed at how many people call him, and not you, Smitty, but people like refer to him like he's a hack. Well, It's hard to be second in the MVP hack. Now he's got to. The problem with Dak Prescott is when January hits, he needs to elevate his play. Something. The great ones make everybody better. Look what Stroud did here. We were a 3-win team in Houston last year. They won 10. He takes a 7 and makes them an 8.5. Dak, that's Dak's next elevate. He can throw. He's accurate. I also sometimes think that he gets tentative. I want him aggressive all the time. I respect. I think he's a great human. I think he's a hell of a football player. But at this stage, with the way they go about their business and Jerry not giving them any players this offseason, they're not winning a Super Bowl with him at quarterback if they don't start doing some different things. But I would like, I want to see Dak start to be the guy at the party that throws the chair, not hits it. You know what I'm saying? The guy a little bit where that swag. We know he's good, but he's so buttoned up, and that's great. Every now and then I want to see him just say, screw this, dude. We're going out to the backyard, and I'm whooping that ass. I think there's a level to that that I need in January that I see from Mahomes, that I see from Burrow, that I see. And there's some other guys that need to do it. So I would kind of like to take the governor off him in his own mind because I think he can play. The question is not whether he stays. It's, okay, if he goes, what are you replacing him with? That's whenever anybody says, oh, we got to get rid of him, okay, what's the replacement plan? Maybe it's out there. Maybe they find it. Maybe they think he's on the team. But if he plays well this year and they get deep into the playoffs, he will stay and Jerry will pay him. If he plays good enough and they just kind of flounder around and they don't win the division, I will not be surprised if all the banter gets so bad that he changes venues. I still think we're sitting on the fence in this. I wouldn't guarantee – I wouldn't bet that he's coming back, but I also wouldn't bet – he's one of those bets that we talk about games that I wouldn't touch because I don't know what the next level is for the Cowboys. I know this. I don't believe Dak Prescott without great help around him wins the Super Bowl. I don't think he's that guy. I think he needs a good lineup and offensive line of people around him. I would like to see him throw caution to the wind a little bit more because I know – he's buttoned up, and when January hits, I need more prick out of him. Does that make sense? I think I need him to be more of a prick than on the field. But I hold the guy in high regard. I think he's one hell of a person, and I think he's not a hack. He's a good football player, but there's another level to his game if he's going to get where we expect him to get.
Hey, you speak good.
What's that?
Why you like shocked that he speaks well?
No, you know that's a Ebonics, right? You speak good.
Yeah, I know.
You speak well, Shaun. Were you on ESPN or something? I don't know.
I did that for a minute or 12 years. One of the two. I can't. Somewhere in there. Yeah.
I thought so. I thought you were on some of the shows.
It's at SC Education, dude. Broadcast Journalism School.
JB, you can learn a lot from your guy.
Do you want Dak to beat somebody's ass like I beat your ass in Esco for those burritos?
Let me tell you something, dog. I'm from the mean streets of Esco. You don't want to roll down there without me. You get jacked, dog. Stay on the raw. You're on that. Stay down where you are in that pussy area that has Starbucks on every street corner. You stay there, okay?
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
Like it's a tough area. You go outside and there's a Nordstrom's outside your front door. Okay.
You can't even get from Long Beach to the CPT.
Yeah, make sure you tell Warren Buffett I said hi. It's your neighbor. Save your mean street.
You can't even fucking get from Long Beach to the CPT.
I'm from the LBC. And from Esco. Now you tell me, where are you from? Beverly Hills? Where'd you 90210? Where are you from again?
You know I'm from the CPT, and you couldn't even come through to me from the LBC.
Okay, for you guys here, just for tomorrow's show, can I tease him a question?
Yeah.
More tough guys. If it's a backyard brawl, no gangs. I'm talking backyard brawl. LBC or Compton, your area, my area. Who wins that battle?
Escondido in the chat, but it's not even close.
We'll leave Escondido out. The Escondido may be in the second. We might be FBS instead of FCS instead of FBS.
It's not even close.
In the mean streets.
It's not even close. Cats can't even come to Compton from Long Beach. They can't even cross over Atlantic. So no,
I did.
Shaun, I'm not even from out here, and I've been to Compton about 15 times by myself, windows down, very comfortable, seatbelt off. Wearing whatever clothes I want to wear, very safe. And I'm here to share the story. So I don't know.
You come to the LBC or you come to the mean streets of Esco, that vehicle will be mine.
Hey, Shaun.
And none of that shit got anything to do with Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, Naptown, far east side. Y'all know what's going on.
That's right.
Hey, Shaun.
Are you done with me yet? Are we done yet?
Bobby D's coming over there later on or what?
Yeah,
I got to get over there.
Right on your forehead. I got him twice today.
Twice. You got Smitty twice. I guarantee I'll get your ass tonight.
Hey, don't let JB kid you. I whooped his ass on an Imagine Dragons too. I got his ass too.
I'll let you give me on the second one. The first one you got me. The second one I gave it to you because it was the first time, meeting each other.
You gave it to me.
The first one you got me.
Fair enough. All I need is one. Just one.
Hey,
that's all.
Hey, man. Love you. Appreciate you coming on.
Love you too, man. Smitty, great to talk to you. JB, love you. I'll see you in a little. I'll text you in a little while. We'll plan tonight.
All right, later.
Yeah.
All right. Shaun Salsbury, everyone. Just showing me a soda. I got you that time. I got you that time, baby. I got him that time. Yeah. Yeah. I got his ass that time. I got his ass. Sliced it nice. So I shaked him. I got you that time. Oh, I'm so competitive. I hate losing. I love winning. Yes.
I told you I don't use the word bitch a lot. Shaun and I call each other that a lot.
Why people shit?
By the way, Bailey, did you find something?
Bailey's a bad boy. Bailey's a bad boy.
Nose guard. You know what I mean?
Right. Or he should be playing outside linebacker. I got you. All right.
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry, I played the wrong deal. All right, here we go. Let's bring this guy up here. Let's watch Quincy Rowe here. This probably could blow up. Wait for it. Holy shit, he's a thick kid.
6'3", looks like he's looks like he's about 6'5", 260 back there. But a nice
he
throw.
looks 5'8", only
Big
5'9".
boy.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Big, thick legs.
Yeah, he's got a little short base though, doesn't he? But that's why you're talking about. Makes him look smaller with the upper torso and the short legs. But he's a big boy. Does he play both ways?
He looks small, huh?
Does he play both ways? Look like he could knock a guy out down there in the 3 technique.
He's a big old, Shaun, when we're evaluating film, we like to look at your ass. And I no pun intended here. People don't realize that when you're recruiting and you're looking at kids, we like to look at your thighs, your hips, and your ass. And when you're recruiting D linemen, we want to see.
It's a real deal. As crazy as it sounds, it's a real deal.
We went on and there's a segment we called Puff the Magic Dragon because these cats were putting these poofs. They were putting these fucking balls of smoke where they were playing at, Smitty. And we are like breaking that shit down.
Buddy watch this.
Shit went viral for a while there, and people were loving that segment. We're going to get back to it, actually. Shaun and I are doing a Sunday show. Make sure you know it's a pregame NFL pregame show starting in fall, so make sure you're there. Shout out to everybody, man. Shaun, Steve Kim, legendary. We're going to go eat some steak tonight, Smitty.
You going to Mastro's?
I don't know. Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that bougie shit.
It's good as fuck, though.
Nah, I don't fuck with it. I cook better than Brad.
No, you don't. Jimmy, respectfully, your food is
Cowboy steaks. You have never had one. Oh, my
God. Jimmy, your food is good. It's not Mastro's. Come on,
you haven't had a Cowboy. Let me cook you a Cowboy.
God, give me a Cowboy, please.
And then we're going to, all right. Real shit.
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious.
Yes. You ain't had my Cowboy.
I'm going to get your Cowboy on. I'm going to buy a Mastro. We're going to put it side by side, bro. Okay, perfect.
You ain't had my Cowboy, though.
No more arguing, bro.
You ain't had my Cowboy, homie.
You ain't been to Mastro. Mastro is a flawless restaurant.
No, it's not.
All right.
You just haven't had real deal steak cooked. You go to Mastro's and think that shit's like God. No, it ain't. I'll take you to the hood spot right now. Fucking better than that.
I'm gonna bring my own plate to your house, and we're gonna make it happen.
Shout out to everybody in Trell. You getting fat as fuck. You don't need no steak.
I actually saw his picture on Instagram.
I said, I
ain't no Trell was chunky like this.
Trell played fucking he played tailback for me.
He's bigger than me.
Yeah, he fucking 3 technique now.
He's bigger than me on everything.
Trell, you don't need no goddamn steak. You need some fucking diet water and pretzels, homie. Hey, shout out to Trell, everybody in the chat. Pound that like, subscribe. We'll be back in the lounge tomorrow because I got shit to do this week. So we're getting this shit prepped. We'll get some new cameras we got cracking. We got some other things going on. Shout out to Jazzy and all the women in the chat.
She wants you.
There's only a few women today.
Jazz wants you.
No gawk. I ain't seen Chris forever.
Yeah.
I seen Baby Girl, though. Lucy, of course. OG, most OG female. Who else?
We just smashed.
Everybody else.
Yep. Good show, though, man. A good show. Pound that like button, subscribe, and let's end the show off with some energy, JB. Let's do one more clap competition, and then we're going to end it that way, JB.
My Deltoids went out. I'm 48, homie. You 20. Trail, you was 270? God damn. That's right, Trail. Hey, Trail, I'm down 30 pounds in 4.5 weeks, so.
Y'all both fat as hell, though. Y'all can't see me.
I feel you.
If I took this shirt off right now, man, it'd be like an iron board right now.
Man, I gotta get out of here. Win on me, win on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, kill the ass around.